Okay. Jeez. That was a lot of question marks, technologically. So many technical question marks. Jeepers. Okay. Well, I think we're there. I think we've arrived. I think we figured out the technologies. I think we did it. Can't be certain. There's no knowing. Because it's technology. Okay, lurks though. Lurks I did not get to check. Are we still balling? Hello? Are we live? Are we doing? Okay, I gotta pull in people though. We put friends before frames, but not Randy. And honestly, this is too many people. So I gotta narrow it down, you guys. MySpace top 8. We gotta do it. MySpace top 8. Who gets cut? Who gets the axe is the real question. You. Don't know you. Do I know you? No. You gotta go. Refresh. Check the people. Check the homies. Who are we? Oh, dang it. Okay, you just went live. Fine, fine, fine. I'll have to make sure that's cooking. Okay, we gotta get the lurk works going, my gang, my dudes, famadams. Okay, we going. The lurky the worky. Oh my gosh, we're almost out of time. 20 seconds. Okay, you guys are gonna see the countdown thing, right? You guys get to see the cool. Turn your attention toward the screen. I hope. Hey, it did. It worked. Look at that. We did it. It happened. The bare minimum. We did it. We did it. We managed. It worked. Greetings. Salutations all. How you doing? You doing? Ah, ooh, that is very toasty. It is very toast. It's wow. It's toast indeed. It's toast indeed. Ooh, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. It's greetings. How the devil are you? Doing okay over there? You fabulous humans, you lovely lot. What's your weekend's eve treating you guys like? You doing okay over there? Hi, Leanne. Hello, hello. Hi, Mel. Cleaner! Wow, wow, wow. I know these humans love the table flip so much. It's a good one. It's a good one. It's true. It's true. That's how you get ants, he says. Where's the lie? Guts, it's good to see you. Hello? Oh, welcome in. Welcome. Welcome. You're not my supervisor? Well, it's true. You're not. That's crazy. Blinker fluid. How did I know it, Guts? How did I know it? Thank you for calling out, Leanne Mel. I appreciate you very much. Axe, hello! I appreciate the lurk. It means an awful heckin' lot. An awful heckin' lot. Okay, let me get the blinker fluid going. Nope, that was bad. Oh, that was bad. Oh no, we did a bad job. Oh, jeez. Okay, we like missed my eye. Oh no. A fate worse than death. A fate worse than death. Look at me just bawling my eyes out over here. Just... Okay, listen. Need a whole... I'm dying. Listen. There. The highs are derated. The blinker fluid is over. We overfloweth. My blinker fluid reservoir overfloweth. That's right. You happy, Guts? Are you happy with what you've wrought? With the thing that you did? Pleased with yourself? Judge, it's good to see you, Judge. Hello. Judge, pass around kind words about me around the interwebs. I appreciate you, Judge. Thank you. I hope to be of benefit. Yes, I do. Ski, it's good to see you. Welcome. Mel on all the platforms. We love to see it. We love to see it indeed. Liz, hi Liz. Happy Friday. Good to see you, fam. Got oat milk creamer from the food bank. Went to Thursday. Weekend's Eve is nice and cozy. Good. Hopefully mine is too. Mine is about as predictable as ever, Ski. It's work. Just work all of the time because plain and simple, you guys are worth it. You guys are worth it. You guys are worth whatever work goes into this project. And boy howdy, it's a lot of friggin' work. So yeah, I woke up this morning and then after my workout and then my post-workout, I've sat down and I've been working ever since. I've been writing and recording and editing until now, and I did not get to finish nearly as much as I would have liked. That's pretty typical for me. Pretty typical. What is that notification I am getting? Oh my gosh, listen, more of you are going live? Gang, there's no bandwidth. There's not enough bandwidth to go around. Okay, I gotta be extra. Okay, MySpace top 8. We gotta cut more people. There's no, they're in the time. They're in the space. They're in the bandwidth. We gotta make cuts. It's good to see you, Doctor. If that is your real name, thank you for calling out the good doctor. If that is his real name, I appreciate not getting those references. What references? What references? What? Who? Where? What references? Who references? What? Table flip? That's how you get ants? That's an Archer quote, right? Presumably? That's an Archer quote? I can put twos and twos together. I can do it. I can manage. Ran out of paper towels. Oh, I hate that. I hate that for you. That's no good. You are satisfied, Guts? I cannot for the life of me put eye drops in either. It's so scare. It is so scare. It's harrowing. It's harrowing business, Liz. I got you. Yeah, Hot Bride is much more scare of it than I've had more practice, but it's just, you know, when it works, it works. And when it don't, it's catastrophic. It's just, there's no in between, feel like. None of those. Yeah, you, Judge. Yeah, you. With your kindnesses. Work is pretty nice too. Yeah, I love my work. I'm sitting in a card shop right now with an earbud in while lots of other people play cards right now. And I have the buy, so, oh my word. I hope you're having fun. I hope it's fun for you, Guts. I should work out more. Yeah, we all should, turns out. There are exceedingly few people, like 5 in the world, who probably work out too much. Like 5. So in case anybody's like, yeah, I probably work out too much. Are you one of the 5? No. Like, nope. None of us are. Oy. Is not. Is not. Hi, babe. Hot Bride is here in Rumble Land, baby. Look, look. We got the Hot Bride over there. Very excited. Hi, friends, indeed. The L'Oreal Paris of streams. Because you're worth it. Yeah, it's true. I can't believe they patented or trademarked that. That's nuts. Didn't run out of paper towels. You have a whole hand towel now. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Those are the towels that, like, historically I used to seal up the vents in here from cigar smoke and stuff like that. They're, like, all clean now, and they just sort of sit around. So now I sort of use them as, like, if Hot Bride's going to sit here and have food, it's like her placemat. You know, keep everything nice and tidy. But she's also pretty fastidious when it comes to that. So, yeah, just a random vent, usually vent covering towel, just to sit here. I don't know. It is very handy. It is very handy. Wow, Hot Bride is on all the platforms. I am posted my best pulls in Coffee Crew chat. Wow, look at you. Spider-Man Magic Set. Oh, the Spider-Man one. Okay. Someone of you told me about that. Someone did. Hars! Hi, Hars! Perfect timing. I just got home. Hope you're doing well. It's good to see you, Hars. I am doing well, thank you. And better now that you are here. Also, Hars, you made a remark the other day about missing my Apex streams. Keep an eye on the future. That's all I'll say. Just keep an ear to the ground, Hars. That's all. That's all. If that sounded super ominous, it's because it was intended to be. That's about this. Yeah, that's the size of it. Okay. Anywho, Fox. Hi, Fox. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. I'll have to watch this one another day, sadly. Boo! Boo! I hope it's for fun reasons and not for you banged up your knee again reasons. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't. Now, here's the thing I got to tell you guys about. Okay, tonight is purposed with being useful to all of you out there, whether you are creator or viewer, both. Chiefly, I'm going to be answering questions that are relevant to creators. That's going to be a big thing for all of you who have questions. I have been in correspondence with the Rumble folks, so I will be talking about what I know, and I'll tell you and what I don't know, because there are still several things I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a bunch of that and answering some questions and fielding things. So a bunch of you have asked questions about Rumble, and I have sought to get you answers, and I'm in the process of getting more answers. So I'm going to share with you tonight what I have and tell you what I don't yet. But yes, for those of you who are not familiar, I got to be part of the Rumble Creator Program starting at the beginning of this month, and I have been scrambling to get a bunch of stuff done since then, because there aren't a bunch of Rumble assets out there. That is, there aren't like tutorials. Like, nobody really thinks about how to make YouTube videos these days, or how to like publish YouTube videos, because anybody who wants to can look it up, and there will be 50 bajillion tutorials of varying qualities and so forth, and helpfulness, levels of helpfulness, sure, but there's like a bajillion of them. There just are. Not so with Rumble. Rumble is too new. Okay, no one has made videos yet explaining how it's all done, and the few that are out there are, well, first, they're all obsolete. There are none that are current, zero, and then they're bad anyways. So like, so I was like, listen, nothing is worse. Like, it couldn't possibly be worse than what exists out there right now. So I'm gonna make stuff that, even if it's like not great, exists. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think existing is a pretty good like bar, and currently we are not there. So anyways, I'm gonna go through that. Also, I'm gonna be answering some of the frequently asked questions, and I have some edits to premiere for you guys. A lot of stuff going on tonight. Boy howdy, there's a lot of ground to cover. But first, I gotta tell you guys, Sunday. The next stream is tomorrow. That's Saturday. You guys are like, I'm in tomorrow already. Stop shouting at me from the future. It's not tomorrow until I go to sleep, and it's only 8 p.m. So tomorrow, Saturday, 8 p.m. will be, it is purposed with being a return to the Anything But Apex. Okay, so I will be playing Space Marine, God willing, tomorrow. I'll be playing Space Marine for the first time in like a full month or something. It's ridiculous. Even if it is like a fairly short campaign, it's me, and somehow, despite my best efforts, I just can't finish a short game in any short amount of time. It's not possible. I don't get it. I don't get it. So anywho, be returning that tomorrow, and then Sunday morning, Pacific time, okay, 11 a.m. Pacific, the Hot Ones interview goes live. The Hot Ones interview. It's already posted and counting down on Rumble and YouTube. Okay, both of them. It's going to be a very exciting thing. It's going to be very cool. And a bunch of you guys have been looking forward to this for literal years. I've been looking forward to sharing it for literal years. Most of you I haven't known that long. But yes, it's an interview that I did with the Hot Ones Challenge from like 2022, like ages ago. This is literally over 3 years, 3.5 years in the making. We finally big thanks to the like tireless efforts of Tier, who made this happen, because it was so much work to get to finally getting to publish this thing. So I will be very excited if you guys, I'd be very grateful if you guys would give it a look. Even if you don't want to listen to the entire thing, I would be grateful if on Sunday you pulled it up and watched it. You can mute the thing, okay? You don't gotta like give it your full attention if you don't want, but if you could pull it up and mute the dang thing and play it, I would be grateful. And that's because, one, it's been so much time in the making. Two, it supports me and it's a nice, fun, free way to do that. But three, it's for science. Okay, there's something I'll be getting into tonight, which is a unique thing about Rumble, and that's licensing options. I know that sounds incredibly exciting to all of you, and you're like, oh, licensing? Oh, there's nothing I'd rather talk about on my Friday night. Ah! I know. Calm down. Keep it together. One of us has to keep it together. It's not gonna be me. Anyways, licensing. I'm testing something with that video in particular. So I'd be grateful if you guys would help me for science. So that's it. I don't know, set an alarm on your phone or something. 11 a.m. Pacific time. Sometime on Sunday. Doesn't have to be at the time, but sometime on Sunday. I'd be grateful if you guys would give it a look. Give it a look, see, please. Please! Okay. That was all of my complaining. Begging? Groveling, that's the word I'm after. Oh, I will. Yeah, it's exciting because I don't know much about Rumble. It's super easy. I'm going to tell you all the stuff you need to know. It's going to be so fast and so simple. It's probably me that told you about the Spider-Man. Probably, Guts. This is the pre-release, but officially releases next week on birthday. Oh, birthday, girl. So, listen, I thought you just had one of those last year. Didn't you just have a birthday? Like last September? Didn't you just have one of those, Guts? What the heck? What the heck, Cigar Amblin? Who? I know what that means. Who's Amblin? What does Amblin mean? I don't know the word. Listen, is this a reference I don't get again, Mel? No. Or am I just not reading? I don't know. I made my Rumble account and it asked me to verify my email address over and over and over again, and I did. Still can't chat on Rumble, so here on Twitch still. Interesting. I'm going to take a screen snip of that, Liz, and send it to their customer support. I mean, they're gonna be like, have her send it to customer support. But still, I am in chats with them, and I want to know all the things that are broken. I want to know all the things that aren't working as intended, because I want them to be aware. So thank you. All of you guys, please do not feel bad about telling me that something with Rumble is broken. I am not Rumble. I don't, I want to tell them if something's broken so they can fix it. I'm not offended. It's not my platform. I didn't build it. I'm not a coder. It's not my work. Oh, I mean, this is my work, but feature, not a bug. Yeah. I guess so. Yeah, woo tier indeed. Oh, yeah. Okay. But why would you want to miss Spicy Torture? Donut Mute. I mean, yes, okay, the spiciness, it's gonna be very spicy, you guys. I earned that sticker. I was asked the other night, so how did you fare with the spicy stuff? And I'm like, come and see. What? Hello? Spoilers? Unbelievable. Come and see. Worked our bums off on that thing. You would not believe how complex that edit is. You would not believe how complex that edit is, okay? The folks who are capo and above patrons, they know some of it. They got to see some of it because I premiered a bunch of it to them on DaVinci. So they got to see the bajillion components, moving parts, and assets struggling to work before it was all rendered and pretty, okay? It is a lot. And this PC, this actual monster of a PC, had a hard time chugging through that. Like, it might not look like much, but that's kind of by design. Like, if you can't tell that it's a ton of moving parts and that it's incredibly complicated, maybe we did our job. But, jeez. Complicated. So many times we had to go over that footage. And it's not short either, so... A lot of hours. Too many hours to count went into making that. So I really hope you guys will give it a look. It means a lot. Thank you. Oh, that's what scrambling sounded like. Oh, okay. I actually, in my brain, was like, maybe it was like an onomatopoeia, scrambling of some kind. Yeah. Created that Rumble account the first time you mentioned it, and yeah. So thanks. I appreciate it. The camera shake is chef's kiss. The camera shake. Leanne knows. Leanne saw. That is fixed. Oh, okay, Leanne, that took so much work to get fixed. It took so much work to get solved. We went over that, and it was like we fixed one and another one broke. It's like the boy in the dam, right? Fingers in the dam. It was crazy. Turns out, it just like couldn't pre-render certain things. So we needed to like render them out and then like put in chunks of pre-rendered. It was a lot. And then there were like different AI editing assets competing with one another, and it was causing like a memory sink or a memory leak. So they would build on each other because one was trying to counterbalance the other. So it was like a stabilizer was working against a different stabilizer. And yeah, so we solved it, but geez, it's, you know what? I wouldn't be the least bit surprised though. Like I watched through it all again once it was done just to make sure, but I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if there's still something broken in there. Wouldn't be the slightest bit surprised. You know what? Head pats and kudos to the first person who finds like a genuine error that they're like, that's definitely not intended to be in there, and leaves a comment underneath the video tomorrow. No, Sunday, not tomorrow. First person to find an error and point it out. Editing is an endeavor best reserved as a form of torture. It's crazy. So I've been doing it all day today. I've been recording and editing all day today, and I've gotten much faster. I'm way quicker than I was, but still not fast. Still not fast. So anyways, yes, I'm very grateful for all of you guys who are here to show support for this train wreck of a mess that I've got myself into. Also, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank the fabulous humans who have made all of this possible, okay? Regardless of where this project goes in the future, regardless of what form it takes on, what twists and turns yet lie ahead, changes coming around the bend, some of which I'll be announcing here tonight. Regardless of that, however, whatever good we've done up to this point, and whatever good we yet have in store in the future is owed to the folks who've gotten us this far, okay? This far. The folks who have sacrificed to give this thing a shot. I did not think that I would be successfully streaming. I did not think I would be streaming at all, successfully or not. I did not know that this would be of any benefit to anyone, because I did not know that anyone would care to listen to not just the silly, but of course the serious. And I'm grateful to all of you who have made space in your world for both. It means an awful heckin' lot. And it's something I brag about you guys all the time. Like, if someone wants to talk about the world going to hell in a handbasket and so forth, I'm quick to point out the strives that y'all are making. It's no small thing. It's no small thing. So, in particular, I'm grateful to the public patrons. These are the folks who on Ko-fi and Patreon have really sacrificed financially to give this thing its present and, again, hopefully a future. So I'd be remiss if I didn't call out specifically Aki, Dano, Leanne, Goose, Abby, Tink, Helly, May, Karma, Pre, Retro, Rick, Ryan, Mouse, Trotsky, Pell, CJ number 1, and Zin. Thank you guys for everything you make possible. It means an awful lot. An awful lot. Vamp! Hiya, Vamp! It's good to see you, my legendary friend. How the devil are we? How you doing? How's the humidity treating you over there? Is it worth it just to be away? Are you settling in? How are you? You know I want to hear it. Helly, it's good to see you. Yes, you did do something. You sacrificed. Sacrifice. It's good to see you, sir. Good to see you, my friend. Okay. I am going to show you guys some things, okay? But first, I'm going to pull back the curtain on some stuff, some changes that have come down the pike for Rumble. So I want to honor those of you who are here, who got here, you know, on time and have tolerated all of my intro. I want to tell you guys about some changes that are coming. I'm going to do that first. Before we get to any of the stuff I've created, I want to tell you guys about, like, what's happening, okay? You've honored me with your time and your presence and your patience, and I want to honor you back. I want to do it. No, I hate it. I am miserable. I want to go back already. Oh my, the humidity? Is it just the humidity? I mean, I say just the humidity, but what I mean is only the humidity, because it ain't nothing just about it. I can't stand humidity, Vamp. It makes me crazy. Like, the closest I've ever come to, like, a screw popping loose and steam coming out of my ears, and then me just started, like, smashing windows. Brr, brr, brr. Like, that humidity. Humidity will make me do that. So anytime I've spent in the South or on the East Coast, I lose my mind. Lose my mind. I can't. People are like, I'm making a trip to Hawaii or wherever. And I'm like, haha, gross. They're like, but it's pretty. And I'm like, but it's humid. So, like, if it's only the humidity, I would totally understand. There's nothing like, oh, is it just the humidity? That's a good enough reason. But what about the rest of it? No, it isn't. Oh, I hate the area. It's awful. Oh, the area. What's wrong with the area? Okay, you don't have to tell me all this stuff here, Vamp. You don't got to tell me, but, you know, you don't got to air all the dirty laundry if you don't want to, but you know I do want to hear it, because you know I do care. Thank you for calling out Helly Mel. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I have a funny? I want to hear. I want to laugh. I'm curious. Also, Ski. Also. I went to a family dinner and my brother handed me a drink to try it in a shot glass. So I figured to just down it. Turns out my brother was sipping it and it hit hard. Alright. Yeah, I don't do shots of anything. Basically, I don't like doing shots. And I have like a quad. I have a short little or double-sized shot glass down here that I will use as a low ball. I'll use it for sippers. I'll use it for whiskeys and stuff like that. So what was it? Do you know what it was? Would he give you a shot of Everclear or something like that? No, I guess you don't sip Everclear. You said he was sipping it? Brandy? Some sort of cognac? Whiskey? I mean, you're only looking at 40% at that point? 40%? I mean, I guess you could get like an overproof. I suppose you could get a barrel Navy strength. You could get like a 50-something percent. But what happened? What was it? Now I'm curious. I only shoot pictures. I only shoot targets. And terrorists. But no. I don't. Humidity is always such a deal breaker. Same, Ski. Same. I'm like, I don't wanna. It's not worth it. No, thank you. Hard pass. Haven't been able to make it to meetings. I've been so depressed. I haven't hardly been able to function. It's been really bad. Haven't been able to make it just because of, like, you don't like the area? Or is it like specific stuff? Like, is transportation tough? Or like the roads difficult to navigate? Is it like weather? Is it just because everything's so different? You like don't know the names of grocery stores? I don't know what you moved. I know the general area where you were, but I don't know what you moved to. So I don't know what kind of like culture shock. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what kind of culture shock there is between the two, where you were, where you are now. I mean, I obviously know the location roughly of where you were, but yeah, I don't know how much has changed. So if it's just like, it can be a lot. It could certainly be a lot. Culture shock, I think, is the right way of describing it, actually. I think you know what? I think I did a good coming up with that one. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it was. Heyo. Yes, that's right. That's right. I shoosed the baddos. In IRL, I don't shoost in their general direction. I shoost them very precisely. In video games, it's very different. I don't know the full name. It was something with a 2-word name. Well, that really narrows it down, my dude. Do you know? Oh, it was loud in the area. Okay. What did it taste like? You're like, burning. It tastes like burning. Could be so many things. Exactly. A lot of bugs downtown, and they really like me right now. Oh, I'm out of bug spray. Oh no, Ski, not like this. Don't be eating. Flies are gonna taste a human man. No, I hate that. I hate that, Ski. I hate that for you so much. Biting flies. I honestly, any flies, they make me crazy. Like, we don't have bugs here, really. Like in Reno, which is funny because, like, if we get a fly, it's like, hey, look, a fly. It's like an event, and then we're like gonna go get a fly swatter and stuff like that because we'll see a fly in like a week or two. So we don't really have bugs. We've got little tiny annoying ants, and I've lamented about them before, but that's in no small part because this house is built terribly and it has a lot of problems. But that's kind of it. And we're talking about pavement ants, like the itty bitty little black sugar ants, the little ones that just roll around. They don't bite you. They're not harmful. They're just obnoxious. But yeah, a couple moths here and there, a couple ladybugs. Kind of it. We don't really got bugs. So, I don't know. Let me see here. I know, Mel, I'm so helpful. It was a lighter whiskey color. Wait, so it was a whiskey? Because whiskey color, unfortunately, doesn't mean anything. If you're just after like an amber color, that could be literally, so that could be rums, that could be, you can find gins that are that color, incidentally. Any liqueur could be that color. All brandies, all cognacs, several different aperitifs and mixers, and heck, there's even like fortified wines that are that color. Yeah, I'm no help to you here, I'm afraid. Okay, went from the city to country. Oh, okay. Well water and all that. Oh, well water and all that. Only trees everywhere. Okay. That's huge culture shock then, Vamp. That's a huge shift. Going from the city to the countryside. Okay. I mean, I've lived it sort of everywhere, but it's always been like bursts, you know, it depends on where I've been in the world. So I've been, of course, in the middle of nothing. I've been in slums, I've been in the mountains, I've been in suburbia, I've been in cities, I've been in the country, I've been everywhere. The tundra, the swamps, I've been in the jungles, I've been in the trees, I've been in the... There's pros and cons to each, I guess. But it's also kind of what you make it, right? It's also what you make it. Like, the pros and cons thing means, like, where I am, we don't have, like, a yard. But it'd be really nice to have a yard someday. Let doggos and kids run around and all that jazz. So, trade-offs for everything. I'm sorry that you're going through it. I'm sorry that you're going through all this, though, Vamp. That's hard. That's hard. I wish I could snap my fingers and make it better, but... Rip Marty. Never forget. Tasted warm. I know, helpful. It tastes like burning, that's right. That's right. Arnold Palmer sweet tea. Exactly! Viking knows! But anything can be whiskey color. Thank you, Viking gets it. You get it. Yes. Yes, whiskey color. Arnold Palmer will do it. Hell. Yeah, I already said there's cognacs. I'm looking over here. Like, tequila will be that color. I just thought, like, reposados, like golds. Golds will be that color. Also, Viking, it's very good to have you. How the devil are we? How's the time zones treating you? How'd you find our humble little corner of the interwebs? To what other place you were? Straighten up my tie. Unbelievable. Fabulous new human hanging out with us. Crazy. Oh, come here. There's sugar ants in the pipes here. Oh, no person called Whiskey. Oh, her name is Whiskey? That's a cool name. That is a cool name. I'm with Liz on this, yeah. I don't think it was whiskey. It was yellow amber in color. It could have been a beer? You said it hit hard. I mean, some people are like, it was like a 10% beer and it hit hard. I'm like, if it's 10%, you'd need 4 times as much for the same volume to, for a quarter of the volume to hit the same as any of the other things I've described. I don't understand. I don't know. Not a beer guy. Whiskey guy. Whiskey guy. Did it taste like a campfire? We could narrow this down. It's an Islay Scotch or not? No, he's like, you would know if it was an Islay Scotch. You would know if it was peated. I hate it. I want to come back. No trauma to work. It's horrid. I'm in the process of maybe coming back. What? That's crazy, Vamp. That's... Phew. What about the fam dam? What do they think? What do kiddos think about it? My gram lived in the countryside. One family gathering, I think my cousins and my sister coordinated to pretend we were chased by a chupacabra in the cornfield. I've never lived in cornfields. That's a new one for me, Ski. I've never lived there. I'll drink moonshine before I drink tequila. I mean, I drink both. I have both. How much shine do we still have? We've got a couple jars of shine still. And I got lots of different kinds of tequila. Yeah, because when I do hosting, there's a lot of people who just like want a margarita. It's like, fine, you're no fun. You're no fun, or a tequila sunrise or something like that. I don't know. Pee is amber yellow. I'm scared. Oh no, not like this. Not like this, Mel. Having grown up around corn and soy fields in my backyard, I can attest something spooky definitely lives in the cornfield. See, this one I don't know. This one I don't know. There's apparently baseball players out there, chupacabras, haunted scarecrows. There's a lot. There's a lot out there. I don't know. Aliens. No thank you, Liz. No thank you. If I wanted to drink corn, I'd fucking blend it. You can get corn whiskey. That's kind of like blended corn. It's 100% corn. I don't drink beer. Still, I'm a lightweight. Okay. I mean, I guess, yeah, if you don't drink anything at all, sure. I got you. Sweet, fresh corn. Wow. Wow. Close, oldest state in Cali. Other two want to go back as well. Same reasons, Vamp. Just like culture shock. Puppers will go anywhere. Sure, of course. Same reason though. Like the shift from city to country. Like, I mean, obviously I could ask 1,000 different questions about it, but still can't change anything. So I guess it's just my own curiosity. So never mind. I'm very sorry to hear that you're going through it. Very sorry. I've had good and bad with both. I've had good and bad with both. Positive and negative with both. City and country. I'm off to bed because I'm feeling the tired. The drunk tired. Okay. Get to sleep, my dude. Thanks for being here. Thanks for everything you make possible, my friend. See you soon. Plus, we miss the brother and dad. That makes sense. That makes sense. Why not just move somewhere like, well, okay, somewhere closer by that's what you were kind of used to. Dry and city. I mean, there's like Arizona, that's anywhere in Arizona, right? I mean, that's like Nevada. You got the two big cities, although there's like Carson City too. So you're somewhat close still. And then it's dry, and then you're back in the city. Why not move to something like that's not Cali, but that's not the middle of the woods somewhere, you know? Why not some sort of middle ground? I don't know. I'm Monday morning quarterbacking over here. Easy for me to say, right? Sitting in my chair over here in Nevada. Easy for me to say in my dry. Haven't found a single positive thing being here yet. Ooh, my goodness gracious. I am sorry, Vamp. I am sorry. Is this heaven? Exactly. It's Iowa. That's right. There's baseball players in cornfields, I'm told. That's what I'm told. Okay, so because I don't have a ton of time with you guys tonight, I do have to roll into this, y'all. I do. I wish I could sit here and jaw jack with you guys for hours and hours. That is not what tonight is purposed with. So I've gotta jump in. I'm gonna miss some chat. I'm gonna tell you guys some tea, okay? So channel changes and stuff as it pertains to Rumble. There are things to tell you, things that I've talked to the public patrons, capos and above about historically. In particular, I spoke to family and above about this because it affects the actual business of all of these things. So I'm going to lay all that stuff out. I'm gonna lay all that stuff out for you guys. Wanted to go to meetings to meet with your positive vibes. Haven't been able to. Too depressed. I'm sorry. Very sorry, my friend. All ears, eh? Ears of corn! Ah, we tied it all together. Good job, Ski. Okay. First, the Rumble Creator Program. I told you guys that I got accepted into the Rumble Creator Program and that went live, that went into effect on the 1st of this month, the 1st of September. Okay. A week before that, there were changes made to the Rumble Creator Program. A week. Now, I applied for the Rumble Creator Program. I was accepted into it, like all hooray. And when I got together and sat down to take notes for everything, to make sure that I was having accurate information to pass along to you guys for the first Rumble 101 night, when I was talking about the Creator Program to begin with, I wanted all the accurate tea, right? Okay, so imagine my surprise when I'm going back through all of the program details and the contract sort of expectations and all the legal jargon and everything, and I find that they added some changes, or they made some changes, okay? They added some requirements. Now, that's what I'm going to talk to you guys about tonight, because there are some expectations of me that I did not plan for when I first opted into the Creator Program. Now, at first, and some of the family and above supporters here are nodding their heads because they remember this moment when I reached out to them, basically like, okay, y'all, we need to talk, because I did not like some of the changes. I did not like those. But we are figuring ways to mitigate the annoying and still be benefited by this project, okay? That's what we're doing. That's what we're trying. So, yep. Lighthouse, it's good to see you. Lend me your ears of corn. That's right. That's right. Those are the ones. It's good to see you, Lighthouse. Always a pleasure. Always. Did they do a bait and switch? Not quite. Not quite. They're still, the platform is still growing, and it's kind of like Twitch. So Twitch, you guys know, all of you who use Twitch and who've been, patrons of Twitch for however long, you guys know that Twitch has made changes to its expectations over the years, changes to its rules, changes to its monetization model. It's like that. Rumble is finding its place, okay? When Twitch is insolvent. We talked about that last time. Twitch hasn't made money. They've been in the red literally since they were bought, okay? Since Justin.tv was bought by Amazon and turned into Twitch, they have lost money year over year over year. It is a loss leader program for them because what they do, their main business model is to lease their infrastructure for streaming. And as I've heard, or as you guys have no doubt heard me say, most of you have heard me say already, that's how Kick exists. Kick uses Twitch's infrastructure for streaming, okay? So all of the Kick platform depends on Twitch, Amazon's streaming platform, continuing to exist. So that's how Amazon makes their money off of Twitch, as it were. But the streaming platform itself loses money. So they've wrestled with, how do we monetize this, right? And then they had ads, but then the advertisers wouldn't put a ton of money into it because live format is not the same. It does not nearly the return as long form content, archival videos like those on YouTube, where you upload a video and there's a commercial every single time, right? And those videos go on in perpetuity. On Twitch, it's one and done. Here, someone has to be live to see it. It's not nearly the same. So advertisers won't bite. They're not going to put the same kind of money into this, no matter what. They never will with live streaming. They never will, because they're not going to get the same return for it. They have to. Now, how else can a platform monetize? These are the questions, okay? I want you guys to follow me here, because this is what I've done, is given thought to, how does one monetize this? How does one monetize what we do here? Like, seriously, give this a second, okay? How do I, we'll just use me, okay? How do I justify stopping my work for the military, my full-time active duty work for the military? That was my career, right? My 20-year career. And I was making a fortune because it was a 20-year career, right? Like, and I mean a fortune, a relative fortune to me, because our expenses are very low and we don't got kids and all that just, right? Like, so our fortune comparatively compared to our expenses, incoming versus outgoing. So $90,000 a year. Most of you have heard me say that before. That's what I left behind to do this. And I say with a straight face every single time, each of you are worth that. And I mean that. I would happily set aside that money again in order to serve you and be a value add prospect to your life, which is why I take so seriously this project. And it's why I take so seriously talks like Saturdays. So if you didn't see Saturday's Gus Talk, I encourage you to see it. Okay, it's about, yes, goings on and difficult stuff, but it's an important talk. And I was a little discouraged. This is gonna sound cringe. I don't normally care if people haven't watched the talks, if people haven't gone through them. I know you guys are busy, and some of the topics like don't apply to people, I guess, or people are like, no, I've read a book on that, I'm pretty comfortable about that, or maybe I just don't have the time right now, my life is in transition, there's a lot going on. Like, I get that, I understand that. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like I'm gonna quiz you on the, no. But Saturday was pretty important. And I was pretty disheartened that I can probably count on one hand on Wednesday how many people had listened to Saturday's talk. I knew already that a couple people, like 2 of the people that I see on Wednesdays, typically catch up with Gus Talks on Thursdays. That's like their day to catch up on whatever the previous week's Gus Talk was. So I'm tracking on a couple more. But that was pretty disheartening to know that such an important talk was ignored. But I have sacrificed for you guys, and I stand by my decision to sacrifice. You are worth that sacrifice, okay? That said, how do I pay bills? This is the question, okay? I want you guys to seriously consider this, whether you're a creator or not. How does one do this full time? That is, how do you make money doing this? Like, to pay bills? What if you have a family? What if you got like wife and kids, husband and kids, whatever? Like, doggo running around, a mortgage payment, a car payment perhaps, just insurance, utilities. How do you pay for anything in life if this is your job? With great difficulty. Yeah. But I'm looking for practical answers. This isn't a rhetorical question, you guys. How do we do this? How does one do this? And by the way, by all means, throw something in chat. If you guys can think of a means, maybe you don't have to spell all of it out, okay? But if you guys have an idea, if there's one method by which you guys know, including any that I've already mentioned, go ahead and toss them in chat. If there are ways of making money that you've seen other creators take advantage of, perhaps you have taken advantage of if you are a creator or if you were a creator, what methodology can you guys toss out there that earns you, the creator, any money, a penny, a dime? How is this monetized? Not a rhetorical question. Genuinely curious to see if anybody if you know. Some of you do. I know you do. I know there's like diffusion of responsibility now where you guys are like, someone else will write it. It's you. It's you! Yeah. Oh. You have to click into what matters to people. Sure, you're talking about like the actual sense of being successful in a business. I mean in the literal sense, Lighthouse. Fine, I'll give an example. Ads. Oh, outside of capitalistic profit, a community can pool resources. Sure. Okay. So that would be People supporting via tips and so forth, sure. Unfortunately, it requires a lot of people to buy into it on this platform, sure. So what I'm after, you guys, is like, really wish I had an answer. Tech and streaming isn't my forte. Okay, you're fine. So, okay. Ads. Ads is the answer that YouTube came up with. Okay? In fact, this is kind of a funny thing. I'm gonna... Ads, tips, merch. Izzy! Thank you, Izzy. Yes. Good to see you, my friend. Thought this was rhetorical. No, that's why I said it wasn't rhetorical like 4 times. She's like, yeah, but you say that all the time. It's not rhetorical. It's actually rhetorical. Okay. No, Izzy is correct. Ads, tips, merch. Great examples. So, this is something that's actually pretty funny. If you guys didn't see it, there was a, I want to say it was like 2 years ago, maybe 3. I can't remember now. Somewhere in there, not so many years ago, Mark Zuckerberg had to testify before Congress about whether or not like Facebook was like a monopoly and all that jazz. Okay, like so he had to go. He had to go stand before Congress and chat with them. Okay, and it was really funny because there's all these ancient people, right? All these ancient senators sitting there asking him questions about something they don't know the first thing about, right? So they're asking like technical questions that they've got written down that they don't understand. And one of them, this dude goes, so basically what this old guy was trying to say is clearly Facebook is some kind of racket, some kind of shady business must be going on or something, which is like the implication of what he was saying. He goes, how does a platform like yours make money if people don't pay to access it? If people don't pay for your services, to access Facebook, how do you make any money? Explain that one. Like, it's like a gotcha question. Like, clearly you're running drugs or something. Clearly, like, is like the implication of this like 90-year-old dude. Like, explain that. That's right. You're busted, Buster, right? And he goes, like, Zuckerberg is sitting there behind the microphone, and then he goes, like, blink, blink. He goes, we sell ads, Senator. Like, you guys can find this clip. I'm sure you can. If you searched on YouTube or whatever and said, we sell ads, Senator Mark Zuckerberg, I'm sure that you could find this clip of this crazy old guy, like, riddle me this, you know, and he's like, we sell ads. YouTube had to wrestle with this in its early days to become what it is today. They had to figure out ads, and they leveraged Google's AdSense. Okay, that's the biggest, most custom, like bespoke, now AI-driven ad monster algorithm. Okay, YouTube's is the best in the world because it's Google's. It's the most sophisticated, brute force, and yet scalpel precise algorithm. And they have figured out ad delivery and monetization. That's how they make money. It's how Facebook makes money. It's how any of these make money. It's how websites make money. It's how web-based services make money. It's how, like, Amazon makes money. It's how everybody makes money. Ads. Even Google itself. You guys have seen this, the progression of the sponsored results, right? You search in Google. Once upon a time, they used to be highlighted and over on the side. And it was like, yeah, this is an ad. And then it was like moved into the search lineup. It was still highlighted and it was a different color so you could tell it was an ad. And then it got a little more difficult to discern as an ad, as a sponsored result, right? And then a little more and then a little more. And nowadays it's like there's a tiny little word that matches everything else that says sponsored. That's how Google makes money. Ads. All of it is tricksy and gross. How many of you are familiar with the like free streaming platforms like Tubi and stuff like that, right? How do they make money? Ads. Oh yeah, you can stream all of your shows on this and you can watch this or that. And there's going to be ads all the way throughout it. That's how they make money. Now they have to make money, okay? Otherwise the doors close. They've got to make money. Like if YouTube didn't have ads, YouTube would go out of business. Yes, they could bankroll it for a while, but YouTube would go out of business. Twitch is already gushing money, like they are bleeding, like they don't have money to lose, but they're doing a terrible job with their ads. But if every advertiser pulled out of Twitch like tomorrow, Twitch would be done. Amazon would close the doors on it, full stop. Okay, all of it. That's how it works. Now, how does Kick make money? Ads, yes, but also gambling. That's Kick's whole thing. Okay, they're owned by Stake.com, Stake, Stake.com, like stakes, like high stakes, like gambling. Okay, Stake.com, it's like the world's biggest casino, and they run Kick.com. So they make money because the house always wins, and they funnel you into gambling. That's how it works. So they funnel users into gambling online. You may win $10 or $50 or $5,000 here or there, but on the whole, people are losing money to Kick, so they make money, or they lose money to Stake.com or any of its gambling apparatus online, and they make money with that. Okay, so now they are solvent. That is, they're making more money than they're spending. Congratulations to them. Okay. Good news is I'm entering into October 200-ish bucks ahead. Can tip a little more. Sorry I haven't been able to. No, Ski. No. That I do not ask that people support in ways that they cannot. Okay, this is not the reason for me bringing this up. Okay, this isn't supposed to be a guilt thing. No. I appreciate however it is you guys are able to support. Seasons of your life will dictate how, what method you are able to support. Full stop. Ads is not a terribly lucrative unless your views are very high. Correct, Lighthouse. But that is one option. Okay, listen, I'm trying here. I thought it was about data mining. Who? What? I missed something? I remember he had to go before Congress. It was a big deal when it happened. None of the old folk could comprehend. Correct, Liz. Yes. Sounds kind of like a fossil boomer. Correct. That just shows they don't understand the digital economy. Also correct. Doesn't know what ads are. Yeah, no kidding. And it draws in serious dollars. Yep. You should see the ads on Facebook Marketplace. Sheesh. It's gross. We all know this. We've all seen ads. All of us here are denizens of the internet. If you are listening to my words right now, it means you're a creature of the internet, right? There's no, you don't just happen to run into this talk if you're not some denizen of the interwebs, right? Right. So you guys understand ads. You guys get this. You don't need to be super sophisticated to know that it's everywhere. There's a reason that they're everywhere. It's because how these platforms make money. Okay? If I recall correctly, it was about the claim that ads supported the platform enough, but in actuality, all of our information. Oh, I got you, Mel. I got you. Yes, they also sell information. Yes. They also sell information to advertisers. That's what it is. They sell information to advertisers. So it's all part of the ad ecosystem. Commodore, it's good to see you. If you don't pay for it, you're the product. Correct. But even now, when you pay, you're still the product. Yes, that is, yes, the sad reality of it. Cable used to be free because of ads. Now we have to pay to watch ads on streaming services. Yep, not unlike commercials on regular antenna TV. Yep. Correct. How does Rumble finance beyond ads for its size? I'm glad you asked. Commodore is not a paid actor, you guys. Not a paid actor. Okay, so that's precisely what I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about. Twitch has ads, and they can't make any money any other way. So how do streamers make money? Izzy was correct. Sell merch. Okay, some streamers have more success selling merch than others. Okay, some are artists of some kind, right? And so they will sell their wares. So for instance, Boom, dear Boom of our community here. Okay, the gentleman, the gentle giant himself, Mr. Boombody. Okay, that guy. He is a craftsman, right? A fine, skilled craftsman, and he does chainmail on his stream basically every morning. Okay, weekdays, 10 my time, noon his time. Except for Wednesdays. He pushed that back an hour just to do community, just to do humaning. What an actual gentleman. Anywho, he makes chainmail, makes fine stuff like that, okay? And he's gearing up for TwitchCon right now. And he's got a booth at TwitchCon, and he's making all of his wares, and he's going to sell those wares. at a reasonable price so that people buy them and he can continue to do this, okay? So he's actually crafting something, a physical, tangible product that people will pay money for. A lot of you guys will do that if you are artists of some kind, especially digital art, right? Someone can commission your art and then you'll make it for them and send it on their way, right? We have leather workers in this wider community. We've got people who work with all kinds of mediums around these parts, okay? And that's one way of doing it. How else? Sponsorships. Now, if you are in the esports scene, you understand this. Perhaps you get picked up by an esports club, okay? An actual team, a listed, registered esports club, like TSM or any one of the other bajillion ones of these things. Whose names I can't remember off the top of my head. Hilarious. Luminosity. Why can't I think of their names? Whatever. There's a bunch of them. How are they paid? How are they sponsored? The answer is 100% of the time now, either gambling money, because Twitch is in bed with, we talked about this last time, with the sports book, okay, with sports betting. So they do gambling that away, and they can do sponsorships and all of that through the sports stuff. So all these esports teams are also in bed with big gambling money. Alternatively, they're in bed with like Middle East companies, okay? Like Saudi Arabia, like the country of Saudi Arabia funds a lot of esports because they're trying to get people to move to Saudi Arabia. So they're creating an entire like sports apparatus, whether it's physical, like in-person sports, like a lot of fighting, like type stuff that's going on, like UFC type things happening right now, and esports. And they are trying to draw, in particular, young talent to move to the Middle East. So they've got oil money, like literal oil money behind esports. So if you are in the space of sponsorship in esports form or fashion of some kind, chances are very good that right now what backs that is oil money or gambling. Even Riot, I just learned this 2 weeks ago. Riot has historically hosted some of the biggest esports competitions and stuff like that, and they have found other ways to do it. They recently said, there's no future for this unless we get into bed with casinos. We've got to get gambling money to get behind it, or all of Riot. Think about that. League of Legends, Valorant, every Hearthstone, I think all of those things, all of that. They're like, this isn't sustainable. Something's got to give, and it looks like we're going to get into bed with some casinos. Every platform is trying to find a way to be solvent. Lighthouse is correct. This business, just for the streaming companies, just for the platforms that we're using right now, for the infrastructure to do this, they need to make a dime. And most of them aren't. Twitch is a good example. Not making money, okay? Twitch loses money. Rumble is new. Rumble's figuring this out too. They've tried things. They're adding stuff. They are an amalgamation of YouTube and Twitch, of live streaming and video uploads and archival, like long form, short form. They're competing on both fronts, okay? Which means they can put ads on live streams, yes, but we already know, as I said about Twitch, that doesn't pay. That doesn't benefit them. That's kind of lousy, right? What about on long form? What about on YouTube archive uploaded videos? They can put ads on those like YouTube. So if they can ad serve on those and they can do it well, they can make money that way. So all of a sudden ads are in my life, right? But those aren't the best kinds of ads. Not for them. There are more. I'm going to talk about that. Sponsorships, yes. So Izzy's correct. This is the other thing, is that you can get people, companies who will sponsor you to push their products, right? And again, Izzy's not a paid actor, just like Commodore, not a paid actor, okay? Not a paid actor. Still very helpful. Very helpful. Can't remember the bill name, part of that, the gambleization of gaming. Yeah. Yep. Saudi sounds like fun. Should tell my friend who's into esports to bring him and his husband to Saudi. Yeah. Call of Duty loot box model versus DLC. Oh, sure. Yep. Zyke, how you doing, Zyke? It's good to see you. Welcome in. A pleasure and a half. I hope you're well. That the time zones are treating you right. Good to see you. I think one day services like YouTube and Twitch would have to be pay only. So, as existing platforms are entrenched and they can, it's like the old cable companies, right? They get to just have a monopoly on monetization. And they say, if you don't like it, kick rocks, right? So YouTube says, what, you don't like 2 unskippable pre-rolls, 3 unskippable mid-rolls, and some end rolls to boot? You don't like that? You don't like banner ads popping up as well? Kick rocks. They're the only game in town, right? If you complain about the way Rumble is, if you complain about the way YouTube is, Rumble is the alternative. Simple. It's, if you don't like what currently exists, find some way to support the alternative. Now, I said last time that presently there aren't enough people using Rumble to be a viable alternative. If you go searching on Rumble for something that you want to listen to, something you want to look at, some video about something, chances are pickings are slim. That's why I encourage people to get on Rumble. It's growing fast, especially the gaming section is growing fast. I see it each day. I'm like, there's more and more pages of people doing gaming on Rumble. It growing. So I encourage you guys, try and use Rumble. Fill out the space. If you want an alternative, make the alternative. Now, I want to combine the 2 ideas, this ad thing and, like Izzy said, sponsorships. What advertisers learned is that people are, of course, pretty grossed out by all of the ads on every stinking thing, and that they are more likely to buy. They have all the numbers for this, of course they do, right? They're more likely to buy things if people push them personally, right? If creators say, with whom you have trust, with whom you have buy-in, whose opinion you value. If they go, wow, this is the best jacket I've ever owned. Oh my gosh. It is, wow, 5 different levels of comfort to keep you dry in even the most... So click on the link below and to get 15% off. When I sleep on this particular bed, I wake up rested. Every day. Ever feel like that? Ever feel like you just can't get enough sleep? Well, good news, everyone. Those are called live reads. That is, it's live read by the promoter, by the entertainer, by whomever, okay? Where do I get this bed, Ski? I'd be perfect. Oh my gosh, because the common person has less disposable income, the entertainers accepting donations are hit the hardest. Sure, Zyke, because it's disposable income. Yeah, less disposable income. You're right. What's the word I'm after? What's the word? It's what's another way? I was thinking of another way of saying disposable income. Discretionary spending. Yeah. I remember there's a site called BitChute, and from what I remember, it has extremist content, but the site is sustainable. Videos are 360p, and you can see the videos as a fan with... I'm that boomer in Congress who didn't know any of those things you just said, Commodore. I am terrified to admit that. Terrified to admit that I don't know any of what you just said. Oh my gosh, you're gonna have to explain it to me. You have to explain it to me, like, in voice, because... What? Okay, I'm just telling you guys something I know. That sounds like some future business. I don't know. So, okay. This is live reads. Advertisers figured out that they will make far more money. That's CPM. There's cost per mille. Those are impressions that you see. But then there's click-through rate. Is someone actually going to click on the links? Is someone actually going to buy this thing? And then, like with Amazon affiliate links, you guys have probably heard a bajillion things about that, where people just link everything in their Discord, or not in their Discord, in their YouTube description, and they're like, they're all Amazon affiliate links. And so if you click on them, the creator of whomever was touting the bed or the jacket or the graphics card or whatever the heck they have that they're doing their video on, right? If you click on that link, they get a small percentage. So they want more people to go to Amazon or whatever, an outlet, and buy those products. That way they get a chunk of the action, right? Okay, those are sponsorships. That's a kind of sponsorship. The affiliate ads, the affiliate links, but that's a kind of sponsorship. Most often, A live read is a company that reaches out and says, you speak to an audience, a demographic that is also my customer base. I would like it if you would hawk this bed. Get people to buy this bed. And if people do buy the bed, you make some money. Even if people don't buy the bed, we'll pay you to hawk the bed. A little bit. You make more if people buy the bed, so on, okay? Rumble's still finding their footing. They're figuring out all the different ways. I'm working on sponsorship type things. I'm working on creative ways of monetizing. I'm working on a rebuild of the merch shop. I'm working on a whole bunch of different things that monetize this in a different form or fashion. You guys know that I didn't sign the contract on Twitch because ads drive me crazy, and Twitch ads in particular drive me crazy. Ooh, they make me nuts, okay? But I especially hate the fact that they're like holding the gun to your head saying you need to run ads this often. They must be run. They have to be run this often, this often, this often. Now, it was asked, or it was mentioned, that at some point, it'll just be one size fits all. Whenever somebody tries to compete in a space where there's monopolies, okay? Whenever somebody tries to get their foot in the door, they do loss leading, right? They enter. Coffee did this. Patreon was the game in town. If you wanted to support someone on a subscription style basis, Patreon was the big name, okay? Then Coffee enters the market. What did Coffee do? All they did was undercut Patreon. All they did was undercut Patreon's prices. That's it. Patreon took like 8% of your support. So Coffee came in and said, we'll take 2. That's it. They didn't offer a better product. They didn't offer a different model. They didn't offer something great. They just undercut on price. So people used Coffee because the creator that you support makes more money than if you support them on Patreon. Otherwise, it's identical. So that's what they did. And then once they got some market capture, right? Once they got some people in there, once they got some money, they went, oh yeah, hey, news, everyone. We're bumping up those rates. It's not going to be 2% anymore. Now it's going to be 4%. But, you know, times are changing, inflation, our costs are going up. And so, yeah, you know, 4%. And then it's pretty quickly, it's 5%. And then pretty quickly, it's 6%. And then pretty quickly, it's exactly the same as Patreon. And all they've done now is split the market. Now there's 2 options that are, for all intents and purposes, identical. So you pick your poison. That's what anybody trying to get their foot in the door does, okay? They're trying to get into a market. That's how they do it. It's what Amazon did to get started. Amazon had to undercut all the existing package delivery type things. They lost money for 10 years. How? Papa Bezos bankrolled it. Bankrolled it himself. So that's one option, is you can bankroll. You can have a whole bunch of money. Maybe you got rich parents. Maybe you got a trust fund, you know, or maybe you like luck out with the stock market. Maybe you luck out in a casino. However it is you've got money, maybe you can actually bankroll a project. That's an option, but that obviously can't go on for forever, right? It's got to end at some point because the money's got to end at some point. So how do you get it sustainable? That is the question for every single content creator on here. You have a relationship with a sponsor. That sponsorship relationship is probably not forever. What will you do when it runs out? Probably find another sponsor, right? Maybe a similar sponsor. That's why you guys see different ads run for all sorts of different companies that maybe are similar. What about all the like home cooking ones, right? Where you get the ingredients sent to you and then you cook it at home. Stream Elements is constantly offering me a thing where I could do a cooking stream and show you guys, wow, look how great this is. And then you hopefully buy them and then I hopefully make a commission. And depending on how much people buy it, I make some money. Okay. That exists. That's possible. And then in this case, Stream Elements is the intermediary and they make money as the middleman. That's how all of this works.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
I didn't mean for that to be that loud. I forget every time. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Also, Baguette? Wait a minute. Baguette got censored? Speaking of Stream Elements, excuse you? That's hysterical. Thank you for the follow, Baguette. I appreciate it very much, Le Petit Baguette. I appreciate it. I take follows very seriously, and I aim to earn it. I aim to earn it, by gosh, by golly. How do I have the pleasure of making your acquaintance, though? How does a guy like me get to be so lucky? How'd you end up over here? How'd this happen? What? Oh. Ooh, I didn't mean to click that. Oh, boy. How hath this befallen thee? Oh, my word. Okay. Okay. Oi. It's worthless in terms of keeping an audience. Okay. BitChute is for putting the more risque content that YouTube doesn't like. Okay, I got you. I know those words, just not in that order. Correct. That's right. Infomercials. Yeah, that's the market. Indeed. Say, I come in to watch your streams very seldomly. Do you make much off of this now? No, Zyke. I am direct supported from viewers exclusively to this point. I have, okay, exclusively is a technical word. I need to be careful about using technical words. I think I have made 15 cents or so. Actually, by now, I think I've made like a whole $1 off of not direct patronage. Yeah. So, yeah. Not a sustainable model. Correct. And you're not even talking about healthcare, 401k, and tax. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. If you want any of that stuff, Lighthouse, we're talking not even close. Not even close. Silly. Apparently, a baguette is considered a slur toward the French. No. Front page of Twitch under recommended streams. What? That's crazy, baguette. Front page of Twitch. That's hilarious. I'm over here disparaging Papa Bezos, and he's got me on his front page. Oh, that's crazy. I appreciate you letting me know. Brings a smile to my face. It's very good to have you. Truly a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm humbled. Humbled for it. I aim to earn every single follow. I take it quite seriously indeed. So welcome. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So, I also didn't sign Twitch's contract for a different reason, you guys. It's not just ads. That's the fastest thing that I get to blurt out most of the time is to say, I don't like ads. Of course I don't like ads. None of us like ads. But that's inescapable, depending on where you are on the internet. Like, regardless of where you go on the internet, there's going to be ads. It's inescapable if you're going to be monetized, right? That's how you make money, is ads. Lighthouse is correct. Fractions of pennies for those ads. It's barely anything, but it's something, yeah? I didn't sign Twitch's contract because it's a terrible contract. Not because of the ads. The ads is like a bonus thing that irks me. But the contract is bad. The contract is terrible. The contract says whatever you make that you then air on Twitch, they own. If you sign the contract. Your branding, your videos, all of that, they own it. They keep all of your materials in perpetuity. It rolls off of your VODs, yes, and people can't watch your VODs anymore after a certain amount of time, right? But they keep them forever. That's in their contract. They also stipulate in their contract. You can find all of this in the legalese. It's not complicated to find. You can find it. Control find. Go and look at their contract. They keep all of that in perpetuity in storage, and they hold it over your head as a Damocles blade. If ever you've broken any of their TOS, if they decide that, this person is, we've decided we don't like this person for whatever reason, they can go back in the archive and punish you for something you did years ago. And then they can go after you for publishing any of the content that was seen on Twitch anywhere else. You make YouTube clips, you make YouTube highlight reels or whatever. Did that air on Twitch? Because technically it's theirs then. That's what the contract stipulates. Now, this isn't enforced, okay? And that's the main thing that people are like, what? That's never happened. This isn't enforced, but it could be. They could find a reason and just delete you. They can just get you in trouble for whatever they want. They own all of it. Your branding, your likeness, all of that. They own it. And I'm like, no, for what? For what in exchange? Usually if you go to work for a talent agency of some kind, there's like, you get a take, right? What do you get for Twitch in exchange for signing that contract? Nothing. You get a worse viewing experience for your audience, which hurts growth and all that, right? But also fractions of pennies for ads that you can't do anything about. Unskippable ads. Why would I sign that contract? So I didn't. I was much more interested in doing this, okay? And I'm also, this is very important. Keep this in your brain, okay? Also, Duckling, it's very good to see you. Hello. Got ads on Rumble just now. Thank you for telling me that. That is very important science. Very important science. How many? I don't know if you kept track. How many ads, if you don't mind my asking, Duckling, how many ads did you see? How long were they roughly? Were they skippable ads? I'm genuinely curious. I want to know because it leads into precisely where I'm going. Precisely where I'm going. Machinima was ruthless for maintaining employees with vicious contract. Yep. Lots of people got tough contracts out there. It's true. Not enforced yet. Correct. Folks really don't read contracts properly. Right. And you know what? A lot of that Lighthouse is because there's no alternative. It's like, if I don't sign the contract, then what? What are my options? What are my choices? If I don't sign the contract to use YouTube, okay, where else am I going to go? You don't sign the contract to view Twitch. Okay. Like, there's a lot of things in life where you just don't feel like you have options. You feel like you can say no. I get that. Machinima was nasty for giving their contract cards like a 1% cut. Woo! That is crazy. That is brutal. Okay. So I want to talk to you guys about what Rumble's doing. Not all of which I'm thrilled about. In the middle of last month, I told you they made a change right before I got accepted to this program. Right before. And I'm going back through it, and I see the creator program, and I already knew the hoops that you got to jump through, okay? You get accepted into the program, and then each month, you're basically being scrutinized, okay? Each month, you have to hit certain metrics consistently each month in order to remain in the creator program, okay? In order to be monetized, in order to get access to their bigger monetization, like model system apparatus stuff, you have to keep consistently hitting these markers, all right? A couple of them are simple. For now. Just like Twitch, I suspect this will change, which is why I'm encouraging people to get in on the ground floor of Twitch, because these will change. If this program continues, these will change. The bar will be raised. But for right now, they're fairly low. First, we've talked about this before, you need 100 followers, okay? Where is my creator program? There it is. Excellent. Whoa. That is way too big. I was recording something. Okay. This changed immediately before I became a creator. You have to have 100 followers. Hooray. To be applicable to join, okay? And you have to have a total of 200 watch hours on your channel. And you have to be a Rumble Premium subscriber yourself. You, the creator, have to have a Rumble Premium account. And then I think that was it. I think that was it for... Hang on. Sorry, I had these numbers ready to go earlier, and then I moved a bunch of stuff around because I was recording things, and it was a lot. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, it was hours. Okay. Yeah, it was hours. So it was 200 watch hours and 100 followers. Okay, great. So you can subscribe, or you can apply for the program. Once they let you in, now you're on probation to stay on the program. You get a first month is like your trial, and each month is a trial after that, okay? So then it was hours streamed. They just added this a couple months ago now. So I knew about this one going in, but 30 hours per month must be streamed using Rumble Studio. I use Rumble Studio. I just did a tutorial video on how to use Rumble Studio, right? Hooray. So, okay, you have to stream 30 hours in that month. For each month, in order to stay in the program, 30 hours have to be streamed via Rumble Studio. Okay, fine. I like Rumble Studio anyways. No skin off my back. I like it. I like Rumble Studio. I like it a lot. I tell you guys that all the time. Rumble Studio is great. Cool. Hours watched. Same thing. 200 hours watched per month. That's you guys. So if I do a 4-hour stream and 10 of you are over there, hooray, 40 hours were just watched in one stream. Thank you to everybody who's over on Rumble. And I do appreciate everybody who's got Rumble tabbed right now. That is very valuable and very important to me. In fact, I need a couple more of you over there before I can demonstrate the next thing. I'll be getting to that in a second. Then there's unique chatters. There need to be 20 unique chatters in a given month. So, okay, they're tracking that too. Thank you to everybody who has done that. We've hit that mark. We've hit the watch time. Hooray. Now there's two more things. One, for the creator program, you need to stream Rumble Premium content. I'm going to come back to that because that's going to need some of my attention. But for what we've been talking about so far, they added this in the middle of my applying. You, a creator in this program, must complete in a month 5, only 5, but still 5 live reads. Not for sponsors that I've reached out to and formed a relationship with. Not sponsors who have reached out to me and said, hey, would you like to represent our product and sell our mattress or whatever, right? Rumble has a pen of sponsors that they talked to about this program, and no doubt negotiated all of this and said, anybody who wants to be in our creator program and get access to real monies is now going to be required. I'm sure they had this all worked out a while ago. You have to have live reads. So if you put your product in there, the creator is going to be able to read from your list of stuff. They get paid a flat fee and you make money as the sponsor. Hooray. So all of a sudden, I got to do 5 live reads per month in order to stay in the creator program. And that's tracked. The patrons, family level, they heard me mad when I learned this. Mad. Angry mad. Okay? Several people heard me livid about this. But then they were very helpful. They offered information. They offered insight here that I didn't think of. All right. First, they said, hey, why don't you just do it with the people who already support you and understand the game, and they won't matter anyways. You just do it at the very end or something like that. All right. They've changed some logistics now, so you can't cheese it like that. But still, the sentiment is there. I get it. It's very sweet. But then I learned something valuable, which is you can use as your live reads Rumble Premium and the Rumble app. I already tell you guys about the Rumble app. I already tell you about Rumble Premium. I already do both. I do both all the time. All the time I do those. Because they're things I'm happy to push. Because they're good products. Because I actually like them. I didn't know that was part of an ad program. Or it can be. So yeah, now I can satisfy that requirement, 5 in a month, by saying, hey, download the Rumble app. Whether or not you download the Rumble app doesn't matter. I say, hey, sign up for Rumble Premium. Whether or not you want to sign up for Rumble Premium doesn't matter. That satisfies the requirement. Me saying those things. Ta-da! The patrons pointed that out to me. Because I was short-sighted and angry about this. So yes, I have live reads. Live reads now. And I commissioned work for this. Tyr and I worked together to commission nice, pretty graphics for all of this so that I can showcase these things, these ads. Now, there are a bunch of others that I have really no interest in pushing. There's a bunch of other stuff that I don't like. And I don't care for. They're not products that I use. They're not products I'm interested in. I got no love lost, and I have no desire to do any of that. If the project changes at some point to require me to talk about other things, I may just drop out. Because I'm not about that life. Or go behind a paywall and do it there, like a couple of the patrons suggested. Very smart. We'll see. But here's my ask for you right now. I want to demonstrate what this looks like in real time, okay? I have, check this out. I'm going to do something kind of scandalous here, I think. And I am, as part of a Rumble 101 sort of thing, I'm going to screen grab, let's see, make sure all of this looks good here. I am going to screen grab the Rumble Studio, which includes the ad campaign thing, okay? I want you guys to see what I'm seeing. I want to be transparent with you guys, especially you creators. I want you guys to know what this looks like. All right. Plus, then I can use this footage in a tutorial video explaining all of this later. So I'm going to see if I can not mess this up. Let's find out. Let's find out. Display capture 2. Hey, opa. Okay, cool. Here, let me shrink down some things. That there. I think that's good. Yeah! All right. This is Rumble Studio. This is it. There's Rumble Studio. Now, typically, what I show in the tutorial video that I show is this right here, okay? This right here. I don't have the ad campaign thing showing. I said it's beyond the scope of these tutorials. You don't need to care about it, and that's mostly true, okay? But this is what I'm seeing. This is the dashboard that I work with. And, funnily enough, it shows all the numbers up here. Now, I am a big fan of telling people all the time, I don't look at the numbers. I don't care about the numbers. It's not healthy for you to look at the numbers, okay? You shouldn't look at the numbers, okay? In this case, I have to care about the numbers on occasion. Don't obsess over the numbers. Don't look at the numbers too much.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Well, who goes there? What? John! Thank you for the YouTube sub. It means an awful heckin' lot. An awful heckin' lot. Thank you. Thank you, John. My alerts. I have the captures behind the alerts. Hang on. Hang on. We're fixing it. Okay. We're doing it, Peter. Okay. It's for all my recording that I've been doing. I've had it layered in that specific way for a reason. Okay, so you guys are seeing this now, and yeah, that's you guys in there. Hey, look. Hi. Yeah, you guys say hi for posterity, okay? All of you say hi for posterity because you may end up in a Rumble/YouTube video. Gus Inception, Infinite Gus's, and Liz's. Look at that. And Liz's. Wait, Duckling, you said 1 or 2, I think, about a minute long. Unskippable. Or were they? They might have been skippable. I was on autopilot a smidge. Okay. Thank you for the tea. I'm actually going to screen snip that. I'm going to screen snip your information and save. Thank you for the tea. I'm gathering all the information that I can, Duckling, so I really appreciate all of you guys telling me. Okay, now check this out. This is what I see. This is the ad campaigns. Okay? Check it out. These are all the things that I could be hawking and pushing, and I don't know what most of them are, and I don't care what they are. This one, I care about. Because this is Rumble Premium. Rumble Premium, I will absolutely talk about. Rumble Premium, I will absolutely, because that's how I am supported on this program. That is, in fact, one of the best ways that I can be supported on this program. And I'm going to talk a whole heckin' lot more about it once I show this off. So I want you guys to help me with something, okay? If you guys are on Twitch right now and you're on a PC where you're able to pull up multiple tabs, I would be very grateful if you guys would pull up a Rumble tab, okay? Down there. There's a link down there. Pull up the Rumble tab. Because, see that number over there? See that? Well, I'm pointing at it. I can mouse over it. You can see. Minimum viewership. There were a bunch of things early on in this that I was like, oh, you could cheese this. You could just mess with this. You could, whatever. Minimum viewership. Okay. Now there's a minimum viewership. And then, once you hit that minimum, advertisers, depending on the time slot, depending on the category that you're streaming to, all the same stuff that YouTube does for all of their ads, for all their monetization, okay? A different offer appears depending on, like, what categories, what boxes you're checking, okay, for the advertiser, how much more you could make them. So I've got to hit 10 minimum viewers before I can even run this campaign. Now, I'm doing a display capture for you guys because I want you guys also to be able to see the pop-ups that show up, okay? I want you guys to be able to see how this works because again, I want this to be a value add proposition to you guys. All of you creators out there who are looking at this, I want you guys to know what you're potentially getting into, okay? Highly entertained by the delay between screens. There's so many delays, so much a delay, yes. I'm glad that you're having fun with it. Gusception. Hall of Mirrors, yes, hello, yeah. So I gotta get 10 of you guys over there. 10 of you with a Rumble tab open. I would be very grateful if we could demonstrate this thing. Because then I'm gonna show you guys that actually, each person, each viewer on Rumble, has to be on Rumble, each viewer on Rumble comes with a flat rate. A fixed dollar amount that I get paid, period. Regardless of what you guys do. Regardless of what you do with the information. Regardless of whether or not you actually click on anything or follow through with anything or scan anything, I get paid a flat rate for each person on Rumble. So, how do you support? That's a way to do it. A free way for you to do it. You pull up a tab. That's it. That's all. Hooray. We talked about the making a Rumble account last time.
As far back as I can remember.
Hey, look, it's Liz. Did it work? Did it work this time? That's so exciting. Woo, woo. Liz was just waiting until it was screen grabbed over here, and you get to see Inception. Look at it. Look at it working its way down the list, Liz. Look at it working its way down Inception. Woo. That's very exciting. Oh, we did it. Look. Okay, check it out. Check it out. All of this now illuminates. All of the ones that have a minimum viewership of 10, okay? All of them illuminate. Look, if I did this one for coffee right now, I'd make 7 cents for each person watching, okay? 7 cents. Rumble Premium, I make 13 cents for each person watching. And so on down the list. 11 cents, 12 cents, 12 cents, 22 cents. What is that? I don't know what that is. I'm not gonna like show you all of these things because they're not gonna get my free advertising. You know what I'm saying? That's ridiculous. I'm sticking with Rumble Premium here. Okay, Rumble Premium. I appreciate all of you guys pulling up tabs. Look at this, 14 cents now. Look, we're flying, you guys. Look, 13 of you. That's excellent. Thank you guys very much. So, oh, 16 cents. Oh, we're going higher, you guys? We're going higher? Oh, okay. I appreciate you guys pulling up tabs. Thank you. Okay. 16 cents. Do I hear 17? Do I hear 20? Do I... Can we... I don't know what it's doing, but let's keep going with this. I don't know. So, all right. This is the ad campaign banner. This is the banner. I click this little thing as a bookmark. If it's available, I want it to be up here near the top, okay? Now, this is interesting to me. This is not always available, and I don't know why. Also, the Rumble app is not currently here. I don't know why. It's not an option for me to push. It's not on this list. Otherwise, it'd be up here, bookmarked, because I bookmarked it. So the ads change. I get why that would happen with companies, but why did that happen with Rumble, like, stuff? That I don't understand. That I don't get. Anyways, because you guys have been helpful to me over the course of the past 2 weeks of dealing with this in any case, I am now at 4 out of 5 live reads completed for the month. And this is how. This is precisely how. I will show you. I will show you. I'm going to click continue here, and you can see all this. This pops up. Okay. There's an overlay. It has to have a QR code at a certain size and a certain place that pops up. You get to choose the side of the screen, whatever. There's a URL. You embed this in your OBS as an asset so that it can pop these up when necessary, when you start the campaign, all right? So you use this as a Twitch, not as a Twitch, as an OBS. You use this as an OBS browser source. Okay, you make a browser source with this. You copy this, hooray, and you put that in the OBS set up as a browser source, and that will give it permission to push this thing once you do it. They just finished this. They just came out with pre-recorded videos, so you can actually do ads that you yourself create, and then you can play. I'm doing a hybrid of them. I am not interested in reading scripts, okay? I am interested in telling you guys about a product plain and simple. That is useful, and so far that's been okay. So watch this. Now I click accept and start. And I've done a handful of bits of things for science. Okay, I don't know if Rumble approves of me doing sciencing I'm doing science anyways, that's what I do. So I'm gonna click accept and start, okay? And what it's gonna do is it's going to start recording. Rumble is going to start recording me and see what it is I say for the next however long, and then it will be reviewed later by people, by machines, I don't know, to see whether or not it was an acceptable live read and whether or not it therefore warrants being paid for, whether or not it counts as a successful live read. That makes sense? So they judge how good of a job I do presenting this thing on a case-by-case basis. So I can't believe that it's done by people. That's certainly not scalable, right? Maybe in the beginning it was, but it's got to be done by machine at some point, right? So here's what we're going to do. Here's how I'm going to show this, okay? I have in OBS right now the Rumble ad banner activated. It's ready to go. If I activate all of this, a QR code is going to pop up over on the other side of the screen, just like this down here. And then I have an asset that I made. Well, that I commissioned. Tier made it, okay? He worked his ass off, and we made a really cool asset to show off Rumble Premium, talk about the basics of it, and that's it. I have all of that, and that's what's captured with this thing, okay? So you're gonna see all that live in real time now, because I, again, want to be transparent for you guys. Oh wait, the price went up. The price went up. Okay, now we're gonna continue. Look, it like locks in the price. Thank you guys who've pulled up Rumble tabs. That's funny. Look at this. We're gonna make $1, you guys. This is exciting. We're gonna make $1. So I click accept and start, and then the timer begins. Okay, it's gonna be something. Accept and start. It's running. There's a campaign in progress, it says. All right. It's got the little QR code over there, over on the screen that you can see. All of that is running. All right. Now, this is where I tell you guys, Rumble Premium is how I get paid. Here's my run for it. There you go. You sign up for Rumble Premium, $9.99 a month or $99 a year. You get to save money doing that. There's also a creator code. You add the code STUDIO, add the code word STUDIO in there to save $10 off of an annual subscription. And that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So I would be, remiss if I didn't talk about that, because that is how I get paid with all of this. And then you get an ad-free viewing experience everywhere across the entire platform, not just on my channel, but everywhere. Okay? Okay, that's it. That's all the stuff. Now you know. That's all the tea. And then we go back over to here. Back over to our screen grab, and then I click down here on the bottom, complete. Boom. Completed. It says the timestamp of when I started and stopped it. It shows which one I completed. It says in a given night, apparently I can only run 3. I can only run a maximum of 3 completed ads in one night. Okay? Then there's a cooldown of 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Now, I'm not certain of whether or not that has to do with what ad you run. I actually don't know. Couldn't tell you, but I believe that's what I've seen so far. So 20 minutes right here. So I can't do another ad, another live read for 20 more minutes. And then presumably I can do that multiple times. And I need to do that, what you just saw, 5 times in a month. Every month, 5 times. Welcome to Hollywood, baby. That's all of it. Maliciously comply. That's right, Commodore. Now, there are a bunch of different ways that I could have done malicious compliance with this, and that was certainly my first round of thinking about it. But no, now I am happy to, again, talk about the app, which I'm not going to push tonight because there's no live read for it. Now, this is strange. I have gone into streams before. In fact, I think I did this week. I think I did this like on Tuesday. And I said, oh, okay, I can't do either one of them. Neither one of them is on offer. And on a whim, like halfway through stream, like halfway through the night, I clicked refresh. Here, this thing. Right here. It's got a little refresh button, and it'll refresh what is offered. Look, last fetched 12 minutes ago. So this is the current offerings, all of these. There's a bajillion of them. As of 12 minutes ago. So if I hit refresh, maybe it'll let me do... Oh, look, there's an NFL something. I don't know. Oh, 78 cents each. I don't play sports ball. Listen, you know I don't play sports ball. Anyways, at some point, maybe the Rumble the Rumble app one will pop back up and we can give it a shot. But anyways, that's it. That's the live read. Now, here's why I don't have an issue pushing, say, Rumble Premium, even if it was just Rumble Premium, 5 times in a month. I stream 3 nights a week, 4 weeks in a month. I stream 12 times in a month. Yeah, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I can do that 5 times because Rumble Premium is how the wheels on this thing go around. I wanted to talk to you guys more about the monetization. Last time we did this, I got to talk to you guys about a little bit of it, But tonight, I'm going to tell you the rest of the tea right after I catch up with chat. Okay? Okay. Anger makes good blind deciders. Yeah. It was, yeah. Game Grumps do great ad reads. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of people who do pretty creative ways of doing it. Ski, yes. Beetlejuice 5 times. Yeah. That's right. Okay, now I'm behind. I am behind. Liz, thank you again for following. That's so funny. I thought I followed before. Let me see if I can chat over there. Hooray! It's very fun. It's very exciting. Okay, scroll bars, not sure if that's per viewer. Might be total. No, it's per viewer. Per viewer. Each person. The burb! We do love the emotes on Rumble. It's very fun. Dang, same issue. Verified my email again. Still can't chat over there. I'm okay with having tabs open, I guess. I appreciate it, Liz. Means an awful lot. Yeah, that's right. Don't forget to thumbs up. Don't forget to like. That's right. Intra, it's good to see you, my friend. I hope you're well. Official, how you doing, Official? Welcome in. Love the Sinatra picture. Hey, whoa. You actually spotted the Sinatra picture. Wait, which one? That Sinatra picture or this Sinatra picture? Because most people don't know how to spot that guy. Yeah, when he's a little bit older. Yeah, when he's a little bit older. That one's from the 80s. That picture is from the 80s. So, yep. He was older. It's true. Official, it's a pleasure to have you in. How the devil are you? How's the time zones treating you? Also, how'd you find our humble little corner of the interwebs? To what do I owe the pleasure of making your acquaintance? Here I am just bumbling around the entire webs, and you're doing me a kindness by popping in and saying hello. Pleasure's indeed mine. Pleasure's mine. Are there any other ads you like? I haven't really looked, Commodore, because I don't want to. I don't want to do ads. I don't want to push products that I don't use. I don't want to invent a reason to go through them. And I don't want to look for a product that I will then go, oh, I could use this. I could find a way to use this. That way I can honestly say that I use it. Because, actually, I'm glad you said that. There's an interesting thing. Twitch does not... Twitch. Rumble, in the actual agreement, in the actual terms of service, in the terms and conditions of how you use Rumble. This is fascinating. I was actually encouraged by this, and I just found this out. So I actually didn't even get to tell the patrons about this. This is a, credit where due. You guys have heard me complain about a lot of things that Rumble has done, but hey, credit where due. It says in their terms of service, I cannot lie to you guys in the live reads about products that I don't use. I cannot say, I am legally not allowed to lie to you and be like, oh yeah, I use this product and it's good, and oh, I've used it before. I am not allowed to push something that I don't have experience of. I cannot cheat you that way. I cannot manipulate you. That's in their rules. Credit where due. That's pretty cool. There's a bunch of other stuff with which I take umbrage, but at least that's pretty cool. I call balls and strikes, and that one, good for them. Good for them. Sinatra's lovers took him to the moon. To the moon! To the moon! Hello, my dapper friend. How are you? Tad under the weather tonight, but otherwise I'm quite all right. I'm sorry to hear. Sorry to hear you're not feeling super well, but I'm glad to have you in, Intra. Glad to have you here. Makes me one lucky dude. That makes me one lucky dude. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right, though. I'm doing all right. But oh my goodness, Ghoul. How you doing, Ghoul? Do you go by Ghoul? Can I call you Ghoul? Welcome in. Pleasure to have you. Like I just said to official. It's very good to make your acquaintance. How you doing? Picking up the Gabagool. Ah, yes, the Gabagool. Ah, yes. I got a buddy. She lives in New York, and she's always on about the Gabagool. It's a pleasure to have you. Pleasure to have you. How'd you find our humble little corner of the space, of the entire webs? All of the waves one could surf, and here you are. And here you are. Where did I just... You know what? Wait, Commodore, you were right. You were right, Commodore. The ad amount was 18 cents. No, okay. I had to go back and point that out. Okay. So that was the total amount that I made. Yes. I lost my damn mind. Yes, that is correct. So because of how many people were over here watching it, I made... Oh, you can hear Zoomy cars. Okay. Because of how many of you were watching it, I made 18 cents from going through that thing, okay? For the Rumble Premium dealio. Now, the rest of that is I will soon TM, usually within a couple hours, but I've seen it take as long as a day. I will receive an email, yes, an email from Rumble letting me know whether or not it was acceptable, letting me know whether or not it counts. And then whether or not I get those 18 cents. If it wasn't, if it's not acceptable, I don't get those 18 cents. But they send me an email and say, hey, it was accepted. Congratulations. So right now, the little ticker, the little counter on my thing says I've got 4 out of 5. But if this one goes through, if this one works, then, you know, Bob's your uncle. We've finished all 5 for the month. Now, what that leaves is what I'm going to talk about with the rest of the time that I have with you guys tonight, or at least some of the time I have with you guys tonight, which is the Rumble Premium bidness, okay? We're going to talk about that. Ah, the fella official is that right? Very official. Very official, that one. You know, badges and all. Pinkies out. Very, very official. That's all bad things, I'm sure. All bad. All of my experience with official. I've done nothing but be rude. I've done nothing but been dismissive and just unwelcoming, unkind, cold, honestly. I've been cold to official. So I suspect everything passed along was no doubt bad. That's a shame. Because you seem like a keeper, Ghoul. You seem like a keeper, so I hate to have that be my first impression, was what official dealt with. But, you know, my aim is to serve you guys. My aim is to be a value-add proposition to everybody's lives here in my little corner. But sometimes you miss the mark, you know what I'm saying? Alas. Alas. Tonight, I'm doing a Rumble 101. People have a lot of complaints. Yes, as the viewers went up, the money went up. You are correct, Commodore. You are correct, my friend. Thank you for pointing it out. I really do appreciate it. I have heard so many complaints increasingly lately about the stuff that Twitch is getting up to, but in particular the stuff that YouTube is getting up to. So as I said, if you want an alternative, pull up a tab for the alternative. That's Rumble. I am trying to create content for the alternative because I don't like those. Bunch of people, most people, we looked at the adoption curve last time we did Rumble 101, right? Most people are not going to be early movers. They're not going to be innovators. They're not going to be early adopters. Most people aren't. Statistically, that's just the math of it, okay? Most people say, nope, here's what I know. Here's what I'm comfortable. Here's where everybody knows my name, right? Where the algorithm knows my name and it knows what I like, and I'm being served all the stuff that I like, and I don't want to move here. I get that. I look at Rumble and I see opportunity. I see all this gap and I go, I can fill that. I see all this gap and I say, wait, I can do something about that. If there's a lack of content about how to use Rumble, I can do that. I can make that content. If there's information that's lacking about how, I can provide that. I can do research. I can read contracts. I can do the legal stuff. I can figure this out. You know, I'm not the smartest person in the world. I ain't the brightest, tool in the shed. But I can figure this out. I can be helpful. I'm just one person. But I'm one person who's going to give it a shot. It doesn't matter, honestly, if Rumble crashes and burns someday, if it doesn't make it at all, or if on the flip side it becomes super successful and it turns into the very thing we hate about YouTube and or Twitch, right? Sure, that could happen. It will have been worth it for however long this lasts. It's worth it to stick it to the giant monsters that we lament. It's worth it to do the right thing. It's worth it to get reps in. It's worth it to be outside of my comfort zone in a space that's new to me. It's worth it. All of that is good, no matter how long this lasts. It won't last forever. It can't. Nothing does. But while it's here, in the season where it's as it is, it's good for me to be utilizing it. I like Rumble Studio for now. It's pretty good, pretty easy. It saves me a bunch of time. I made a cool tutorial video. I want to show it to you. Now I got to talk to you guys about Rumble Premium, that thing I told you about. I have a bunch of questions about this, some of which haven't been answered yet, okay? Again, I'm going to be completely transparent with you guys. I want you guys to know, because you guys are potential creators and you're potential users of Rumble. I don't want you guys to be blindsided. The stuff that drives me crazy about Twitch is the not knowing. How many of you have heard, just in the last month now, last 5 weeks, we've all talked about this. How many tabs can you have open, guys? I'm gonna go check my lurks right now. How many tabs can you have open and still count as a viewer? Anybody know? Anybody have guesses? And I do say guesses because it's constantly changing, right? It's constantly moving. It's a moving target. And you don't know. 2? Is it 3? Is it 10? Is it, Good night, Posh Man. Heading off to bed. It's super late for me. Have a great rest of your stream. Get some rest when you can. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Axe. I appreciate you very much for being here. Your bandwidth means an awful heckin' lot. Speaking of lurks. I get to update mine. Okay. 5? Yeah, Ski. It's a good guess. Some people say it's 2. Some people say it's 3. Some people now say it's whatever tab is active and viewable right now. How do you know? Twitch won't tell. Twitch ain't talking because they benefit from the ambiguity. They benefit from you not knowing. They benefit from manipulating you and having you wrapped up in balls of anxiety. I don't want that. That's precisely the system that I'm raging against. That's what I don't like, is Twitch is, it's so opaque. Everything about it is opaque. They've got rules that they do enforce sometimes, but they don't enforce most of the time. Are you allowed to multi-stream? Are you not allowed to multi-stream? Can you combine chat? You can't combine chat. But certain creators can combine chat, but other ones can't. Wait, these ones are allowed to say actually illegal things and there's no punishment for them, but these ones aren't? But wait, there's selective, you guys just decide randomly who you're gonna... Is it run by machines? Are there people you can reach? Is there an appeals process or not? Twitch is opaque. Makes me crazy. So, I'm not about that. I want to be transparent with you guys with all of this. I do not have answers for a lot of stuff so far, but I compiled a list starting with our last one, Rumble 101 Session 1. I wrote down all of your guys' questions and a bunch of my own questions. And I have since put a bunch of those questions, not all of them because we've been adding to the list. I put those questions to the team at Rumble because I am in direct correspondence with them now. I am talking to a human, not a machine. I've gone through all of their legalese. I've gone through all their terms. I've gone through the contract type stuff. I've gone through all of their FAQs. I've gone through all of it. But now I'm talking to a real living, breathing human being. And isn't that something? Isn't that a rarity? It shouldn't be, but it is. It's a rarity today. Or it's virtually unheard of today. But there's people I get to talk to, and they're answering my questions. So I want to talk to you guys about some of the answers I have and tell you what things I don't have answers for yet as it pertains to monetizing this. Okay, I mentioned earlier that Patreon started at they took 6%, right? So if you support a creator, someone on Patreon, Patreon takes 6% of it, and the person you're supporting, or if you are the one getting supported, right, gets the rest of that, minus taxes, of course, yeah? That price has gone up on Patreon. Now Patreon takes something like 12%. Now, that's not, obviously, nearly as bad as Twitch. Twitch is 50% across the board. 50%, no matter how you do it. If it's bits, if it's subs, if it's the Prime sub even, which is hilarious because that's just free money for them. So they just take 50% of non-existent money, which is, it seems petty to me, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Prime subs should be the full $5 because it literally costs them nothing. You know what I'm saying? That it's their own money anyways, and they're stealing the $5 that are technically yours, whatever. They take 50% across the board, okay? YouTube takes 60-40. Facebook, for a while, when they tried to get into the live streaming space, they were like, we're gonna do 70-30. I don't think that lasted. I don't think Facebook live streaming is still a thing. I don't know. I could be wrong. I haven't looked because I'm not gonna. It's Facebook. It's just as gross and egregious as the rest of these monster platforms, so why would I bother? Rumble has different monetization models for all of the different parts of it, okay? And I am talking about the one of the tutorials that I didn't get to edit down for tonight. Alas, I'll be finishing it this week though, is how to use Rumble as a viewer. It's every single thing on the page as a viewer, all of it. It's everything that you could possibly encounter that you are looking at right now. If you were looking at the screen right now on Rumble, oh my God. Actually, I can pull up me on Rumble right now, can't I? Ooh, I can. Ooh, you were talking about that streamception? Oh boy, you're gonna see some crazy streamception. Are you ready? Oh, this is gonna be funny. This is gonna be funny. Okay, screen grab. Look, it's me. Wait, it's we. Oh wait, that's not live. Click live. Take me to live, damn you. Take me to live. Yes, there we are. Look, it's us. All right, so this is everything on Rumble. I did a video that explained every single button. Get rid of that. Every single button and what they do and how the emote menu works and how commenting works and how all of this works, okay? All of that. It's all covered in that video. Every stinking bit of it. It's all in there. It's all in there. And so yeah, I made a tutorial that goes through absolutely everything, explains every stinking thing. Now this is what I want to talk to you about tonight. Okay, then. This is the Rumble Rant button. I'm not going to go through the entire tutorial, but the Rumble Rant button, okay? According to their legalese, according to the paperwork that we've gone through with this so far, they take 20% of a Rumble Rant, okay? 20%. That would be the equivalent of the YouTube Super Chat. You type in something, it gets pinned to the top of chat, and depending on the amount, it gets pinned there for longer, okay? They take 20% of that. Well, that's much better than the 50%, or in YouTube's case for their super chats, 60-40. So that's 20% is, them taking 20% is better than YouTube taking 40, you know, simple math. So, okay, that's not so bad, that's not bad. But there's more. Gifted subs. You guys know how last stream Dorian gifted us subs, Mel's gifting subs, Trotsky's gifting subs, you know, all that stuff. Okay. According to, and I in the tutorial, I literally pulled up the page to record this, okay? I literally pulled up their page with their official literature and all of that to demonstrate that this is in their writing. Subs on Rumble, they take, I don't know, just for funsies, I'm gonna pull this up again. I'm gonna pull this up again. the actual wording here. Frequently asked questions, their official literature. How much does the creator receive from a gifted subscription? For web-based subscriptions, if you are here on a PC, if you are looking at a browser right now, you're whatever you're watching this, hooray, on a PC, some kind, or good enough, okay? Creators receive the amount, whatever your gifted sub was, however much, if it's $5 for one sub, or maybe you got two, and that's $10, right? That amount minus a 3% transaction fee. 3. Not 50, not 40, 3. Any gifted sub bidness that's going on through Rumble, I see 97% of. Last I checked, Patreon takes 12%. Coffee is now up to like 8%, 7 or 8%, something like that. I don't know if it's going to last forever. I doubt it. But for now, Rumble takes 3. Now, there is a catch here. I said for web-based. This is the rest of the quote, okay? For mobile app-based subscriptions, which is hilarious because one of the things that I can push is the Rumble app, right? Which I use. Like, I like the Rumble app because I can turn off the screen and listen to it wherever I go. For mobile app-based subscriptions, creators receive the amount of whatever you gifted minus a 30% App Store fee. The App Store does that, not Rumble. That's Apple or Android. They take 30% as a transaction fee. 30%. So if you're going to gift subs, if you're going to sub yourself, if you're going to do any of that, don't do it on mobile is the moral of that story. Don't do it on mobile. Mobile sucks. Turns out. Who knew? Absolutely nuts. Bonkers. Looks are in order. Key, thank you for the lurk. Wait, are you done? Does it mean I get to reclaim bandwidth? Are you finished? You are. I hope you had a great stream. And if you're going to sleep, I hope your sleep is amazing to you, friendo. I appreciate you very much. I appreciate you very, very much. Key's a keeper, you guys. An actual keeper. But yeah, okay. So that's nuts. Rumble Premium is the same. This is the thing that I've been poking them with. When I'm talking to people, I'm corresponding with emails. So it's like, I might as well be snail mail at this point. I feel like I'm sending a rider, like sending a sealed with my signet ring, like in a freaking piece of parchment. And I'm sending out a rider and waiting. Like, keep an eye for the rider coming over the rise. Like, email feels so slow. And because it's humans, they're not working on the weekends right now. So yeah, literally my last correspondence with them. Here, I'm going to read it to you guys. Ready? This is fun. What the hell is that? Get that away from me. Okay. Here's what they wrote to me, okay? I sent them a laundry list of questions. A laundry list. It's like half of the questions that you guys submitted about it, including Leanne's question about moderation. Okay. Lots of good questions about a ton of Rumble. I asked specific questions about the Rumble Premium program, okay, and monetization and all of that. Here's what they responded with. Hey there, we'll have to reach out to a couple of different teams for these questions. Bear with us while we do that. Thanks and have a great weekend. Telling me you're not going to get an answer before Monday. You're not going to get an answer because we don't work on weekends right now, right? Like we have regular old 9-to-5 office jobs. So they straight up were like, don't hold your breath. We're going to get back to you, but it's not this minute. Have a great weekend. So I was like, hey, same to you. Looking forward to chatting with you again next week. They're going to get back to me on the stuff and the things. A couple of things they've answered. Here's one that I've got questions about that I don't have great solutions for. One of you kindly out there, one kind human who I don't know, this is one of the other things I have to figure out, who I don't know wants recognition, who I don't know whether or not to celebrate, so I'm going to err on the side of anonymity here, okay? One member of the community kindly helped test this once I got to be part of the creator program. If you look on my screen here, hang on, wait, can I can't see this on my own screen though, can I? I cannot. Did I break this? No. Okay. I can't show it on my own screen because I'm logged into my own account. Somewhere down here, I think it's over here somewhere. Somewhere over here, there should be a button that says something like Rumble Premium or Join. I don't know. It's a red button. Can someone tell me, is it here? I think it's here somewhere. Somewhere down here somewhere. If you don't have Rumble Premium. If you do have Rumble Premium, there won't be a button, which is why I can't pull up a screen and show it to you. Anyways, it's somewhere down here, okay? And it says Join or Rumble Premium or something like that. Here's the way their contract works. If anyone out there, anyone of you guys, signs up for Rumble Premium using this button on one of my videos, including this one, or on my creator page. Like if you just like click on my name down there or right click on it, open it in a new tab and it goes to my account page or whatever. Somewhere in the top right, I believe, will be a button that says Rumble Premium. Okay? And if you sign up using that button on my content, it's attributed to me. And then I get further access to Rumble things by the more people that sign up for Rumble Premium using my stuff. But I also see, because it's the same as the subs, as far as I know right now, as of mid-September 2025, okay, this may change, I don't know. I may receive explicit instruction saying otherwise. That sub follows the same 97%. So how do I make money in this project? Well, there's payment processors everywhere. They all take money. They all take a fee. They all do that. So Ko-fi and Patreon are taking their chunks of the money, of course, because they're a cheaper alternative to Twitch or YouTube. Of course they are. 50% on Twitch, that's unbelievable. So yeah, if Patreon is only taking 12%, that's a huge, vast improvement, right? Great. What about 97% going to the creator? Now here's the thing. Rumble Premium is only a one-time buy. It's an annual sort of deal. It's cheapest if you buy it annually, right? And per the little thing that's above my chat right now, there's a $10 discount if you use the code STUDIO. So it goes from $99 annually to $89, and it comes out to $77.42 per month. Okay, you buy all that in a lump sum thing. And the way that that now works is rather than having a sub to just my channel and my work, that gives you basically a sub to every channel. Kind of like Twitch Turbo, okay? It's everywhere. If you have it on Rumble, you no longer see ads anywhere on anybody's long form content, on their archived upload content, on their live streams. Nowhere do you see ads ever again, unless someone's doing a live read like me. But you won't see any of the other ads. But that's not the reason I'm bringing it up. Because many of you guys are like, yeah, I'll watch through the ads. I don't care. I'm not super worried about that. That doesn't particularly concern me, and it's not particularly important to me. Here's why this matters. The last metric. I mentioned this. The last metric is, in order to be in the Rumble Creator Program, 5 hours per month. I talked to the patrons about this a couple weeks ago now. About a month ago now. Actually, exactly a month ago now. 5 hours per month need to be behind a paywall. 5 hours per month need to be behind a paywall. One more time, I'm going to show you this. The Rumble Studio, yeah? We're right back here doing all this goodness. This little lock button. This switches me over to behind a paywall. Right now you can see that I am pushing to different platforms right now. There's YouTube's push, there's Twitch's push. All of this is in the tutorial that is done and rendered, and I still want to show you tonight if possible. I can toggle these off if I want to just kill the streams to individual platforms. But that's not how Rumble Premium works, okay? Rumble Premium is, it goes behind a paywall, and now the content is only viewable to Rumble Premium holders on Rumble. You have to have both. Now, a lot of creators use Rumble Premium. They put their premium content. They'll put a Q&A if they do lectures or whatever it is. They put the Q&A behind the paywall. They do all of this, okay? And that is to entice people, of course, to sign up, because your time and your energy and all that stuff ain't free. You got to try and get compensated for it somehow. How do you do that? This is one of the ways that it's done. So you guys no doubt know big podcasters or news people or entertainers or whatever. Many, many, many of them will have a paywall. In this case, that's Rumble Premium. What this looks like is I click this button. Oh, wait, I meant to pull this down here. There you go. There we go. Now you can see the whole thing. My bad. Okay. Now I click this. Stream exclusivity. By clicking Update Stream, your stream will become available to premium subscribers only. This action cannot be undone. If I click this, we go behind a paywall. And whatever you're seeing right now on Twitch or on YouTube gets lost. You would see a I lost my place. Weird. Okay. I don't know. You would see a banner that shows up that says the rest of this stream, which is still going on, is over on Rumble Studio, and you need to be behind the paywall to access it. And that's what it does. So this veil pops up, this screen pops up. It shows it all over behind the paywall to encourage people to go over there and check that out. So Rumble Premium signups are great because it benefits me. It supports me. It's a fabulous way to do that thing. So this would like take the place of the $5 a month tier, effectively, on Patreon and Ko-fi. Except that actually more of the money would make its way to me rather than using either of those platforms. And the content needs to be behind the paywall, a minimum of 5 hours. So how am I going to do this? Once again, I sought the counsel of the patrons on this matter. Now, I don't have answers to everything. There's still some pain points and kinks that I'm trying to work out with this. I'm trying to find clever solutions to things, and I don't have them all the time. But one of those ideas is specifically, I don't want to put, really in any case, story games that we play, like Space Marine 2 tomorrow night. I don't want to have that behind a paywall. I don't want to start the stream and then halfway through say, okay, well, everybody use Rumble Premium. You get to hang out. Everybody else bye, because like I don't want to interrupt the story for all of you guys. Okay, everybody who's like actually following along with the story, I don't want to interrupt that. So sort of as a rule with this, I don't want to interrupt story games. Okay, I am more thinking along the lines of Apex nights or Minecraft nights where there is no story. There is no loss necessarily to y'all for having some of the content behind a paywall, because there's no continuity to keep up on. There's no whatever. Most of the folks go to sleep at a certain point anyhow with that content, right? So I'm thinking that's how I will do it to hit those five hours per month that I want to do. At some point, this will ramp up as I get busier and as my content gets more involved and more involved in the making of all of that content. More of it will go behind a paywall. So we'll see. I am going to be rolling this out soon. In fact, I want to test this tonight for science. So at the end of stream, or near the end of stream, I am going to put this behind a paywall. When we're nearly done, when we've got like 15 minutes left or something like that, I'm going to click that lock button, push it behind a paywall, and see how it goes. Okay, that's my plan. So I'm going to do that tonight. And then we'll see what kind of I'm gonna chat more with the bonus patrons this weekend. Sunday is the bonus talk, so I'm gonna be chatting with them about all manner of things and hopefully ironing out some details and getting more feedback based on what we now know. All of that jazz. I love my bonus talks with them each month. It's really great. Also, I'm gonna refresh my ads now. No, still no mobile app. That's crazy. Doesn't wanna. They're like, no, not for you. Okay, fine. Okay. Let me see. Oh, right. Okay, so one of the perks of Rumble Premium, like one of the point of the whole thing, is if you sign up for Rumble Premium, you get behind the paywall of everyone. Everyone on Twitch shares this, or not on Twitch, everyone on Rumble shares this same paywall system. So if you have Rumble Premium, you get behind everyone's paywall. So everybody who's going to be paywalling their content, as a matter of course, you're behind the paywall everywhere. So it's a one and done sort of thing. But there's also no mechanism to support more than that annually. So it's the $89 if you use the $10 discount, right? That's it. You can't sign up for Rumble Premium twice. You could gift subs and all that jazz, but yeah, that's the support system that they've got. That's how it works. And so that's a good way to support this channel. Hooray. And I'll be going behind the paywall. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out together. We're gonna bumble our way through it, you guys. We're gonna do it. Oh wait, the app is here. Ooh, that's terribly exciting. Gang, they're offering me a whole penny. Look. They're offering me a whole penny for each of you on Rumble right now. I don't know. See, that wasn't here. You guys saw this. Look, it's bookmarked. Why was this not available before? That's so odd. So odd. Anyways, look, a whole dime. Guys, we can make a dime. What do you think? You want to make a dime tonight? Just to make sure, we're at 4 out of 5 live reads for the month so far. But what if we do an extra one just in case the first one didn't take? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to try it again, okay? We're going to do it again. We're going to do this again. I'm going to show you guys the Cool Kid app graphic that we made for this. All right. We click continue. You guys have seen this before. Now I'm going to go back to the other page over here, okay? So it's not too much for what they're seeing on their end. We don't need to show all of the magic to them, right? Maybe they didn't like that I was doing a behind the scenes while we did it. I don't know. We're going to find out. Bed is calling my name, friends. Have a fun night. Bye, Liz. Thank you for everything. I appreciate you being here. It means an awful lot. Okay, so we're going to hit accept and start. You ready? I'm ready. All right, cool. Okay, as I've said before, I like the Rumble app. I use the Rumble app because it doesn't freaking pause your music. It doesn't pause your whatever it is you're listening to, podcast, information, news, whatever it is you're doing. And I get to listen to it in my pocket. So, download the Rumble app. And it's hooray. You can get it. You can use it. It's fabulous. Go find there. Follow me there. You can get push notifications there for my live streams and all of that. Voila. Rumble app. I use the Rumble app. It's pretty darn great. Gotta say. And that's all of my story. It wasn't a long story, but it was a story by definition. Yeah. And then I click complete. And it says it's done. Et voila. And we'll see. Maybe both will be accepted. Maybe only one will be accepted. Maybe none, neither. I don't know. I'm still sciencing with it. What it is that is acceptable for them. Because, yeah, clearly we put a bunch of effort into the graphics. Clearly I do care about these two things that I talk about. Rumble Premium and the Rumble app. So, we'll see. There were two that I didn't. I'll talk more about this later, probably. I want to talk to the patrons about it first. I scienced a couple different things this month that didn't work, and I'm interested to see if I can replicate it later. I'm only gonna risk a few things a month as I puzzle my way around it, Okay. So what else was I gonna tell you about Rumble Premium? Right, the tutorials. Okay, I have not published the tutorials yet. I edited these, I made the tutorials, but I have not published them yet. And that's because I am Well, I wanted to show them to you guys here tonight first. And then I'm going to roll them out on Rumble and YouTube, incidentally. I'm going to put these tutorials out wherever people can find them because I want them to be useful. Oh, I didn't tell you about the licensing thing. Damn it. Oh, I've been moving so slow tonight. Okay. I'm going to briefly go through this. Briefly. This is unique on Rumble, okay? I can't do like a separate video for this. I'm not fancy enough to go through this. And I'm not a lawyer, so I'm trying to give you guys the down and dirty of this. Okay. Rumble allows for licensing options for each and every video that you do, whether it's an upload or a live stream. You get to choose licensing options for it, which is really interesting. You don't do that on Twitch, you don't do that on YouTube, you don't do that anywhere. Okay, licensing options. They've got four different options that are called agency options. Okay, and that is basically what relationship will Rumble have with this video of yours. You get to choose for each and every video. Not like a blanket one size fits all. You have to choose individually for every video that you upload and every stream that you schedule. You have to choose what will Rumble's relationship be with this video. Okay? One of them, the option 4, it's called option D. You just publish to their platform and you have no relationship with them at all after that. If there's ads or whatever, or if there would be ads, they're not going to be monetized. There's no monetization allowed. You just upload to their platform and that's it. There's no money to be made. There's no nothing. They don't have access to it. They don't have rights to it. They don't get to push it around. They don't own any of the content or the likeness. Nothing. That's option D. You can choose this on a video by video basis. You say, for this one, yeah, no, that one's just for me. That one, no ads ever. That one, no partnered, no sponsored content, no nothing. And therefore you make no money on it. It's basically clicking a demonetization button on your own video. Okay, so that's one of them. That's option D. Option C is, it says Rumble will publish your content through the Rumble player and will act as your agent only in respect of publication via this channel, which means you push it on this channel. That's it. They represent the material on their platform and it stops there. There will be ads. You get creator earnings. You get paid for whatever monetization happens through there. Okay. Hooray. All other media and channels are specifically excluded from Rumble's agency. And you're like, okay, that makes sense, because that's basically what you do on Twitch. That's what you do on YouTube when you upload a video. Twitch doesn't have like say over what I do with my videos outside of YouTube, right? They don't get any say over that. That's like what we normally see, okay? In short, though, it means they don't have distribution rights. Why do distribution rights matter? Because of options A and B. Option A is the video management option. You receive creator earnings as defined and calculated in accordance with the section called collection of earnings, okay? Like, you get all of that, but they push your content on their network. Okay, I'm going to read this again. This license, the main license, has the potential to bring the most revenue for the creator, the exclusive video management license, okay? Rumble.com takes care of the full distribution of the video across their network, which includes YouTube, Rumble, obviously, as well as our third-party partners such as MSN, Yahoo, AOL, and others. When you pick this option, you are giving Rumble the exclusive rights to represent your video and help promote it to as many broadcasters and websites as possible. The more we promote and license this video, the more popular it becomes and the more you can earn. If you have a really good video, this is by far the best option for you. Rumble.com may send a copyright claim for your video on your behalf as your agent to YouTube. This is the step we take to monetize it on their platform. And now YouTube has to pay Rumble for access to my licensed content. Rumble has exclusive rights to it. If I check this option for any of my videos, Rumble has full distribution rights, and they can deny it to anyone, and they by default deny it to YouTube. YouTube, to make any money off of it whatsoever, which they have to run ads on every video, right? Must pay Rumble, my agent, in order to do so. It says, here's a neat trick. You can allow Rumble to sync your video to YouTube. Rumble handles the upload, places ads on your behalf, and you get a share of the earnings. This works great if you are not yet eligible for YouTube's monetization program. With Rumble, there's no wait, you start earning right away. Some creators report getting more views on YouTube through Rumble's distribution than from their own channels. Plus, you still earn money from the original upload on Rumble. In other words, I make ad revenue because YouTube has to pay my agent, Rumble. You see it? So that is option A. That's the video management option. Option B is funny. If I'm like on the verge of YouTube strikes, getting like my channel deleted and all that, maybe I'm not uploading to YouTube at the moment, or maybe I want to spite them or whatever. Option B is the video management option, the same one I just read, except they won't push to YouTube. They'll push to everywhere else, just not YouTube. If you're like, no, screw you, YouTube, or if you're like on the line with YouTube and you're not uploading to YouTube, it's the same thing, but no YouTube. They'll just distribute it everywhere else. So, all of that is to say, this Sunday, I'm sciencing the Hot Ones video. The Hot Ones video is going up simultaneously on Rumble and on YouTube for this reason. Rumble is going to be my agent for it. They are going to copyright my video, and any money or any distribution or exposure or impressions that YouTube gets on it, they have to pay Rumble for. And Rumble pays me for that. So I'm sciencing. I've used option C up to this point. Option C is the same. It's called Rumble only. Is the same as everywhere else. It's what I knew. It's what I understand. It's the safest option. If you're new on the platform and you want to know which one to use and you don't want to change anything that you're doing, you can go with that one. I'm sciencing this Hot Ones interview with option A, with the full video management. Okay, full distribution for Rumble. I'm giving them power over that video, and I'm going to see what they make of it. And if it's some sort of disaster catastrophe, I won't use it again. There you go. Now you know. So that's that. Now, I want to show you guys, with what little time we have left here, I want to show you guys a couple of these videos. Is that okay with you? For anybody who's still awake, I know most everybody's asleep. But I want to show you guys the tutorial videos that I'm going to be rolling out. I don't know what licensing option I will use for these yet. But yeah, at some point this week, I'm going to be rolling out these tutorials, and then I'm going to be pushing out 2 more. So first, let me make sure this is going to be loud, probably. I didn't think of this. This was not smart. Oh, and I need my headphones too. Hang on. Hey, whoa. Pause. Okay. We're going to do this. We're going to do a premiere, you guys. It's very exciting. For those of you who are here. For those of you who are interested. Boop. Pause that. Turn up that. I'm going to turn down, or I'm going to turn off the music over here. And I'm going to show you guys a couple of the things that I've been working on this week that I made myself for you, because I like you. Okay, and then you tell me if it's any good. This one is going to be Rumble Studio. This is the first one, is going to be how to use Rumble Studio. And then I have a second video that's a get ready with me. Okay, per the go live tonight. We're going to do this. Do a screen grab. I think I was doing full screen. Did I break it? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yep, that's what we want. Okay, check it out. Here is Rumble Studio how-to. And let me know if you guys think it's fun. I think it's kind of funny. It takes something that's not terribly exciting, and I think I did a pretty good job. I experimented with a lot of things that I've not previously used, so I'm pretty pleased. I'm fairly pleased with the result. So I hope you like it. If you got any questions, let me know. Hey, have you noticed there's like no resources for? Also, tell me if you can't hear it. Hey, have you noticed there's like no resources for like how to do basic things on Rumble? Let's do a tutorial for Rumble Studio. I'm Gus, by the way. It's nice to meet you. Let's get into this thing. Leave your questions in the comments below, and I'll maybe make more tutorials. I don't know. Let's find out. Rumble Studio 101. This is how to use all the stuff, all the things. We're going to be super fast, no delaying, all the usual things in all the usual places. I won't insult your intelligence. Let's get to it. First things first, pull up Rumble, sign into your account. You're going to click the little green icon up top here and click Rumble Studio. Okay? Going to ask you to sign in again. Rumble Studio is a separate sort of thing here. So sign in to your Rumble Studio account. Okay. There are a handful of different ways that Rumble Studio can be used. I think I'm showing how to use the direct RTMP option, and that's because this routes directly through your OBS. So you don't need to change anything about your streaming settings. You don't need to go back and reinvent the wheel and all of your alerts and all of your scenes and all of everything you've already done for streaming. This is already baked in. You use all of your existing assets for OBS. Simple, okay? So direct RTMP, click that. It's gonna ask if you want to use a template from any of the other stuff you've already created. I already have, so why not? We'll use one. This is going to carry over of the video descriptions and stuff that I've used elsewhere. I'm actually not going to use any of this anyhow, so I don't need that. So for this, we need ad campaigns right now. I'm not gonna worry about that. Streaming platforms, scheduling, all of this is what we're gonna use. First things first, you need to get the encoder details from this section, okay? You can forget the rest of this right now because if you don't have the encoder details set up, it doesn't matter. So right here, down here, you see this encoder details. Go over here, click the little up caret, okay? This URL and this stream key are what you need in OBS Studio, okay? So next step is to take that information over to OBS. Okay, you've got all of your encoder details from Rumble Studio. Now we're gonna go apply them to OBS. Sorry, normally this is in a vertical, this is on vertical screen with way more docs, but I simplified things so you're not seeing quite so much madness. So okay, go to your settings here, go to your stream settings. You've got the encoder URL. I've already got mine in place, but replace that right there with the encoder URL from Rumble Studio. Then you're gonna take your stream key, highlight this, paste the new one in place of it, hit apply. That stream key will be different if you create a new RTMP room. Right now, everything will push through OBS, from Rumble Studio through OBS, now that you've got that in place, all right? There's a couple more quirks to this, just so you know what you're looking at. We're gonna get to that next. Okay, back in Rumble Studio, we just used these encoder details. Now we can minimize that, we don't need those anymore. In fact, if you keep using this same RTMP room, you will never need to change that again, all right? Now you know how to do it, but that's a one and done. After that, you choose the platforms that you want to push to from Rumble Studio, okay? I push to Twitch and to YouTube both. There are others included in here. You scroll down within this space here, use your scroll wheel, and you can see other options. If you are going to push to Kick, you'll need to add a new destination using custom RTMP. So if you're gonna push to Kick or anywhere that's not locally included in this, this is how you do it, okay? That's not part of this tutorial though. So we're gonna go back. Okay, I'm using Twitch and YouTube. They're both selected. That's that. Next thing is all of the stream details. First, thumbnail. Get a thumbnail for your video because on the platforms that allow for thumbnails, this will push that thumbnail to each of them, okay? What we're setting up here is gonna go to each of the platforms. Twitch does not have thumbnails, as you probably know, so this will not apply to Twitch. But places like Rumble and YouTube that do allow for stream thumbnails, this thumbnail will apply, okay? First things first, click upload image here, grab your thumbnail that you're using. All right, now you're gonna choose your category. For me, sometimes that's gaming, sometimes that's podcast. Scroll down on here, choose which one, okay? Depending on what it is you're doing. So if it were an Apex night, choose gaming. Subcategory, Apex Legends. There, voila. You don't have to choose categories, secondary category if you don't want to, but this primary category you should select, okay? And these will only be for Rumble. Next, title, choose a title here. We're gonna say, this is fun. I remember use this stream title, Night 2 of Rumble 101. Okay, this title again is gonna push to everywhere that can update with a title like this, and in this case, that's going to be Rumble and YouTube. Stream description, This is a stream. That's not how you spell stream. Stream description. I promise. Smiley face. Sad face. Sad face? Sad face. Sad face. Okay. That is now going to, again, populate where applicable. So, now we've got all these things selected. We're going to click Stream Settings. Okay? Stream Settings right here. You can also populate this stuff in here if you like. But there's important stuff in here that's not available on the normal screen. Source pass-through. I'm not super familiar with all of the ins and outs. I'm not a tech guy. I'm just telling you guys how to click buttons here. So, public. This is to do with whether or not you want it to be a private video on Rumble, a publicly available video, or an unlisted video where you have to share the link for it, okay? We're going public with this. This is pretty standard stuff. I don't need to waste your time with this. Now, placeholder video. Okay. On Rumble, there is the option for a placeholder video to loop before your stream begins, okay? I selected the video that I want for my placeholder video. I have a couple different assets that I've created for this. One has a countdown, another does not. In this case, I'm going to use the one that does not have a countdown because this is just going to loop endlessly as soon as I stream or as soon as I schedule the video. So I don't have a timer on here. This one is uploading. Now, depending on the size of your video, this may take a little while. Also, clicking the remove button during this won't do anything, so you're just going to have to wait. If you accidentally clicked the wrong asset, you just got to suck it up and wait a few minutes. So that's what we're doing. Okay, our video is done. There it is. Our placeholder video
did take a long time.
is in place. Imagine. We've got our title, our stream description, our thumbnail, our categories, our video, save, changes. This is important. If you make any changes down here to any of this, it will not automatically update. Okay, we're going to change our sad face down here to a happy face, and the save changes option becomes available. Nothing happens until I click that button. Okay, I'll show you more about that in a minute. But first, save changes. Okay, we have a smiley face now in our description. Great. Okay, all of our stream details are in place. Next, we're going to schedule a stream. And this is freaking magic of Rumble Studio, okay? Check this out. Way up in the top left, we're going to click the schedule
just for a couple of you out there.
Just for a couple of you. For the platforms that allow for scheduling. Again, Twitch does not allow for scheduling, but places like YouTube that I'm pushing to do. Rumble, YouTube, it's going to apply to both, okay? So we start stream here. I choose the time that I want to go live. Click the date, then you click the time that you want to do this. Scroll down until you see it. I start at 8 pum. Okay, there you go. We got the day selected. Schedule stream. As soon as I click this button, it is going to create streams. Rumble Studio has the permissions to do this. To create a stream on YouTube. You do not need to go into YouTube now and set everything all up. As far as the details here were concerned, it will do it for you. Same thing goes on Rumble. Okay, we're gonna get to Twitch in a minute. So schedule stream. Give a second. Push to everywhere. Ski, did you see the Easter egg? That was in part for you. Excellent. Did you see it? Up in the top left, it'll confirm tomorrow, 8 p.m. is when this is going live. Huzzah, it's coming together. Look, we've done it. Now, say you now go look in your various platforms to check, okay? You're gonna go check out your Rumble live streams. Go back here and go to your content, my content. There it is. Okay, there is our scheduled stream. There it is. That's ready to go. This is going to push live for tomorrow, okay? This is what it should look like. It says ready to share over on the right side here. Ready to share, okay? If you click on it and go into it, because we just pushed this, there's going to be this. You might run into this if you just push it, okay? Okay. Waiting for it to go through its process, okay? It says down here, please wait till your video finishes processing 1%. So you don't want to schedule a stream immediately. Push. So, okay. There's a lot. That is 20 whole minutes long, or 19 minutes long, okay? 19 minutes. It's thorough. It goes through everything that you need in order to use Rumble Studio. It's pretty, or might be. That's okay. I missed the Easter egg. I was studying what fuel is safe for. Oh my word. I like how alcohol gets asterisked on Stream Ninja. Rumble doesn't care. You guys can't see. I'm pointing at my screen. Sorry. It says alcohol gets asterisked, which is unbelievable. Okay, no, so I will show you again, Ski, because that's there for you. Listen, I did a fun thing, like just for a couple of you, okay? Watch. We're gonna do it again, just for you, okay? Just for you. Watch this. This is important. If you make any changes down here to any of this, it will not automatically update. Okay, we're gonna change our sad face down here. You'll know it when you see a face, and the save changes option becomes available. Nothing happens until I click that button. Okay, I'll show you more about that in a minute. But first, save changes. Okay, we have a smiley face now in our description. Great. Okay, all of our stream details are in place. Next, we're going to schedule a stream. And this is freaking magic of Rumble Studio, okay? Check this out. Way up in the top left, you're gonna click the schedule. This is...
That's homage to some of my people. That's what it is. That's what it be. That's what it do. Homage to my people.
Hey, have you noticed? I wanted to, I put that in there for you, lovely lot. I did it. We did it.
Spicy. It is magic. Yo. I'm disappointed. What? Always. It's the way it works, DVV. I don't know what to tell you.
Let us break free?
What? You mean like this thing? Hang on. Where is it? That?
Is that how you mean?
Is that how you mean?
How you doing, DVV? How was your stream? 'Tis a good homage. I'm glad you like this, Ski. I'm glad. From that den of iniquity.
A den of iniquity? What?
Like Tara Strong said, friendship is magic. Is cardboard crack. So I'm told. Okay, so that is a 19-minute video that is super thorough, you guys. It goes through all of the setup for Rumble Studio. It's everything to how to connect it to OBS. So that's it. So if you are a streamer, if you are a content creator of any kind right now, this tutorial that I made for Rumble Studio is 19 minutes to get you from I only stream on Twitch to I can now stream basically anywhere for the same amount of internet. Okay, that is a 19-minute video. Checks all the boxes. Hooray. Pretty straightforward. So it's a step-by-step guide. It's pretty great. Now the next thing I want to show you guys with the time we have is this next one that I made. And this is a get ready with me video. So this one's much shorter. And I'm going to play this whole thing here. What is that sound? Is that neighbors? It is. Some neighbor is like bumping music somewhere. Or is that you, Hot Bride? Is that you, babe? Are you playing bassy, bumpy music? Is that you? I don't know what that is. Oh, someone's having a party in their car. Oh, okay. I'm like, I don't know, maybe it was you. Could be, I don't know. Flashing it to your recovering addicts is cruel and unusual. I see, DVV. But yeah, stream went well. I got you. It is the weekend. You're right. Okay, so this next video is much shorter, but this is a... Well, you'll see. It's only 8 minutes long. Ready? Let's go. Have you noticed that there's no Rumble tutorials out there right now? There's not a lot of resources to teach you how to do just even the basic things. Let's do some of them, yeah? How about we do a get ready with me? Let's everything that we need to start a stream, everything we need to prep, all the boxes to check. Let's do that, yeah? Let's go. Oh, yeah, and all of this is current as of the beginning of September 2025. But at the rate that Rumble is changing things around, this may be obsolete in like 2 weeks' time. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Let's find out together. You leave a comment down below letting me know, hey, this video is dumb and obsolete. And maybe I'll make some new ones and update it as we get farther along in this whole thing. I don't know. Let's give it a shot, shall we? Okay. This is what a normal day of setting up for stream looks like. This is all the pre-stream setup, everything right up to the go live. Everything I gotta care about, everything I gotta be annoyed by, every box I gotta check, every little thing, every little detail, okay? You're about to see a day in the life, as it were. So, ready, set, go, over to Rumble Studio. Sign in, get me into my account here. I already have this set up. Check out the Rumble Studio 101 video on how to set this up if you haven't already. Once you know all that stuff, it'll be here. Once you've used it, it will remain. You could just click enter. You don't need to do that all over again. It will reuse those details, okay? So, we've got all that in place. Now, next stream,
I'm glad you
Friday
like
night.
Ski.
It's
I
gonna
like
be a
it
guest
too.
talk. Let's get to it.
Watching yourself
Destinations
is
are
weird.
correct. My encoder details haven't changed. See, the thing, EDK, is I have to watch myself all the time. That's what being a content creator entails, and having to edit myself. So, I don't know. I'm used to it. None of that needs to be adjusted. Also, it's super good to see you, my friend. Super good to see you whatsoever. We're going to call this Rumble 101 Night 2. Okay? Thumbnail, we'll leave it the same. Category, we're going to change this to podcast. Secondary category, just chatting. Stream description, we're going to go ahead and steal our previous stream description. So we can just go back into our previous stream, anywhere that you have got it. Copy that, paste that. It's all formatted correctly. I'm happy with that. Those are all good. Check the stream settings one last time here. Looks good, looks good. The placeholder video is good. Set to public. Source pass-through is checked. Save changes. Okay. Next, we're going to schedule a stream. I'm going to choose tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Check the calendar. Double check my clock here. That is indeed the correct day.
Streamed and forgot I was there.
Schedule stream.
I didn't know how to leave. Oh no, Ski.
On all the platforms where a stream for Rumble. There it is. Rumble 101 Night 2. Okay. It will have done the same thing on YouTube. Refresh the page. There that one is.
Okay. Flashbang.
We're going to copy our stream title because we need to update that on Twitch. So we go to Twitch, go to this page, we edit our stream title and everything else here. Paste, change the category to just chatting. Done. This is now going to update. I'm going to give it a second to double check that it worked, that it took. There it goes. Okay, that's done. So done with that. YouTube looks good. Now I go into the Rumble. Or the YouTube studio.
I'm going to be premiering these videos soon.
Page for the videos, okay? This is still processing. That's
like tomorrow,
probably. I just set it all up, so there's nothing really. I don't need any of that information. It doesn't matter to me now. I'm not going to be messing with any of that. What I need is the chat, okay? Because now I'm going to show you how I set up my multi-chat for Stream Ninja. Next thing I need, Google Chrome. Pull up Google Chrome tab, and then I've got my Twitch chat open. I've got Rumble chat open. And I'll have a YouTube chat open. Okay, now these need to be updated. The Twitch one does not, because you have a persistent Twitch chat. That doesn't change. The URL for your Twitch chat never needs to be altered. Okay, but your Rumble one and your YouTube one do, and that's because they were created streams. They have unique chat markers for them. Okay, so we are going to go check out Rumble chat over here. Click the three dots. Click pop out chat. You're gonna copy that URL right there. X out of that. We don't need it anymore. Into your Google Chrome, paste, enter. This is now the live chat for the associated video on Rumble. See, this is now done processing. That's my placeholder video that's going to run in the background in perpetuity for anybody who's on the page right up until live stream time. Okay,
so watch the VOD. I'm just like staring at the wall.
Our YouTube chat here as well.
Ski.
So you go to YouTube, click the little three dots again, pop out chat. Same thing. It's popped up over here. Copy all of that. X out again, we don't need it. It'll just go right back to where it was. Back up into Chrome. Paste, enter. And just like that, you have all three tabs open for the various chats for this stream, okay? Now, Stream Ninja up here, Social Stream Ninja, is going to take all of the data from these, as long as this is an active window, and push them into my OBS, where I have a chat window that I can resize and see and interact with. So what chat sees on the baked-in dock is the Rumble multi-chat. Until they figure out their sizing issue, though, I use Stream Ninja for now. Now, we've got all these tabs open. Before we leave this, we need this Rumble URL one more time. So copy this, and we're taking this with us. Okay, now we're going to go look at OBS Studio again. Over here in our custom docs, this is what we need to change, okay? Custom docs, Rumble chat. It's available here. Go custom chat. Control custom, change chat. It's just an update to the number at the end. Hit apply, and voila. This is now a working Rumble chat that I can interact with. This is a doc that I will be using, okay? Now, that Stream Ninja one as well, this one's persistent. You don't need to change this. You don't need to update anything here. So long as your Chrome window is focused on the top of your other tabs on another monitor, it should pull all of that information over into here, okay? So I've got a doc right here for anything that happens on my other windows. Okay, so you check this out. I'm gonna move my Chrome tab over here so you can see this. Gonna move Chrome chat. This is the Stream Ninja. You can see all of this. Okay, now the multi-chat you'll be able to see is gonna pop up here when I type in the Twitch one. Let's drop an emote in there. Why not? Okay, go to Rumble. Try the same thing. Little dance.
Hell yeah,
same place.
What?
And Twitch. If I go to Twitch chat, an emote in here as well. that is going to go to the same place. So I have, in perpetuity, a window over here that shows me all of the stuff that's going on in all of the different platforms.
Ta-da!
Again, this is not going to update in real time for the Rumble multi-chat, remember this over here, until I'm live. None of this will be changed. None of this will update. So what you see in this black field beneath me here is the Rumble multi-chat, which is sized correctly as a burn-in embed for chat to see. Now, back over in OBS Studio, for the rest of my setup here, I've got custom docks in place. I got to make sure that all of my regular docks are where I want them. Cameras are working, lights are working, assets are set up where I need them. The Rumble multi-chat is showing. Lights, camera, we're set. We're ready for stream. Everything looks good on Rumble, on Twitch, on YouTube. They're all in place. So all that's left at this point is to wait for the time, and then, per the Rumble Studio 101, I click Start Streaming. Okay? I go check out what's happening in OBS Studio over here. This says it's receiving feed, it's ready to go, it's correctly scheduled. So once that time comes, all I need to do, now that I see all this, is click Start Stream. And then I'm live. Multi-chat will work. It will start populating the embedded chat beneath me, and you're off to the races. Once you're done with your stream, all you do, go back into Rumble Studio, click Stop Stream, which will replace this button, obviously. Go back into OBS Studio and click Stop Streaming. That'll end your stream. Do all of your normal shutdown procedures. You're through. Congratulations. Links to the usual things in the usual places. Click them. The end. Thank you very much. Hooray, we did it! Look, you survived, you guys. Bam. Hooray, hooray, hooray. So, we did it. Okay, those are the ones that I wanted to show you tonight. That's for the interested parties. These things are going to be going live. I will be pushing probably 3 of these tutorials this weekend, and I'll probably be pushing 2 more this next week. But yes, I am working on building out this whole catalog of of tutorials of how to go live, of how to interact with live, of how to upload videos, of all of the jargon stuff, of all of it. I am going to be making tutorials for everything. I'm going to also be making one for the ad reads, which we just did tonight. You guys were part of that. I'm going to be using this recording to go through. I'm going to go through this recording, and I'm going to chop all that down, and then I'm going to talk about the live reads. I'm going to make tutorials for everyone, because Rumble's blowing up. People are moving over. There's a lot more faces. Each week I'm looking at Rumble like, who are you? Who are you? There's new people constantly coming in. Now, it's not like viral or anything where there's just thousands of people pouring in, but it is indeed growing. And I think it behooves us to support, like I said, the alternative to terrible YouTube and awful Twitch. So as clunky as some things are, and as much as I still don't have answers to everything, I'm willing to support the alternative. I'm going to work for it. I'm going to try to make this place a little bit easier to use too, for all of us who are creators, for viewers, everybody. So that tutorial video for how to use Rumble Studio is basically like, hey, if you're a creator and you want to, like, for the same amount of internet that you're already using, push to all these other platforms, easy. Easy peasy. I know this is sort of niche stuff for those of you who are around tonight. I know a lot of people will not directly use a lot of what we covered, but again, I want to be transparent with you guys. I want to let you guys know what is happening with the channel and why, and what you can expect going forward. So I don't want you guys to be bamboozled, taken aback by any of this. I want to keep you in the loop, because you guys are the ones who make the wheels on this bus go round. So, yeah, interesting layout in OBS. Oh, that's not my actual DVV now. In my other video, actually in the one ahead of that, in the studio one, I was like, okay, so my OBS does not normally look like this. My normal OBS is on a vertical monitor, on a vertical 27-inch monitor, which is right over here, and it has a ton of docks, but in order to capture it, I needed to shrink it down to only be wide enough that it could fit on the vertical monitor while still vertical, which was very annoying. And then it would have just been too much to try and capture the vertical, and it would have been tiny on the screen. So I just got rid of half the docks and shrunk it all down. It was awful. So I even said that in the Rumble Studio video. I was like, yeah, this is not what my OBS normally looks like. Not at all. It's usually much more complicated, far more moving parts. A lot of stuff on this screen over here, I got to say. Yeah, jokes aside, thanks for putting that together. Yeah, ADK. I'm hoping it is of benefit to some people. Different to mine, but that's probably how we brain. Yeah, I don't know. They might look together. I don't know. I like that outro. I'm glad you like the outro, Ski. Glad you like the outro. That's a fun one. That's a fun one. We use it on all of our uploads on Rumble, on YouTube, all of them. It's actually kind of funny. It's a bit incongruous on Rumble because on YouTube I can set in end screen, end title type stuff where it'll recommend another video. That's what the rectangle is for. It's to outline a recommended video. So that works on all of them on YouTube, but Rumble doesn't have that feature. So it's just a random rectangle at the end of all my videos, just like chilling there. Whatever. I'm not going to render two different versions of the video, especially when they're giant, complex videos. I'm not going to do that. I don't have the space. I mean, I do have the space, but I don't want to take up that much space. I don't want to do it. Don't want to do it. But yeah, I'm really grateful to all of you who were here for this tonight, who were here for the tedium. Honestly, this is a lot of tedium. This is a lot of stuff that doesn't apply to a lot of you guys, and I'm really grateful that you would be patient with me in going through this, because this matters to me, because this is about my livelihood, and therefore, my ability to do this. If I can't figure all of this stuff out, if I can't figure out monetization type things, if I can't get all of that, if I can't get this, the finances for this in order, this stops. This all goes away. Whether it's the silly or the serious, it'll be both. So I'm trying to work my way through it. Will I make mistakes? Of course I will. I'm a disappointment. You guys know this. These are the only promise I've made to you. But I'm going to be trying. I'm trying very hard to be a good steward of your time and your attention and your resources. And I'm trying to be transparent with you every step of the way because I respect you guys. And I want you guys to know also that it's okay to make mistakes. I want you guys also to see, like, it's okay to take risks. And when things don't work out, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. I'm taking some risks. I'm experimenting with some things because how else will we know? I'm taking a bunch of risks and experimenting on a bunch of stuff on Rumble. How will I know if it works? How will I know if it's viable if I don't give it a shot? I'm pioneering over here. This is the early interwebs. And for a lot of you out there who are not early adopters, okay, who are not innovators, not early adopters, you're not on that tail of the bell curve, and you're like, you're looking to see what's happening to me, the canary in the coal mine. Great. I need to risk, I need to walk so that y'all can run. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being the idiot. I'm okay with being the dunce who makes mistakes, who bungles it, who walks into stupid things. I'm okay. And I'm documenting it all for the benefit of anybody who's interested in watching, for anybody who's interested in listening. I'm down. So again, thank you guys for humoring all of it. You're not a disappointment. You're an amazing human being. But you just said the same thing twice. You just said the same thing twice, EDK. Human and disappointment are synonyms, you see. It's the only guarantee that I make anyone around here is that I will disappoint you. If it's not today, it's tomorrow. But that's something we share. That's why we have disappointment merch, you guys. The flagship merch for this entire project. It just says disappointment. You can get t-shirts, hoodies, workout clothes, whatever. It just says disappointment. Because that's what each of us are. We're disappointments to ourselves and to others, inevitably. None of us are perfect. We're human. No matter where you are, where you've come from, what you've done, or what you will yet do, we share this. Doesn't matter what language you speak, how old you are, we share this. And it ought to be a source of humility for each of us. Because am I really going to be so quick to judge you for mistakes you make when I'm just a walking pile of mistakes myself? No, this is a very serious and silly thing. I say that real relationships involve the silly and the serious, and I mean that. Disappointment is the embodiment of that. Walking around with a shirt on it that says disappointment, that's hysterical. It's also quite serious. It's an acknowledgement of our humanity. And it's been quite the conversation starter, I gotta say. For the people who've got that merch and have worn it around, they say, yeah, I got into a deep conversation with somebody about this. It'll do that. This real humaning business. Still only on Twitch. I'm sure at some stage I'll change. Yeah, I mean, like I say in the Rumble Studio thing, it takes 19 minutes to set up multi-streaming to all the places, and it adds no extra work. And they're just getting better. There's still some kinks, and like I said, there's still some things that they're working out. But yep, I'm going to keep making tutorials. It's going to get easier and easier. Glad I got to chill out and socialize. Same. Something, one small step for man. Exactly, Ski. Panda! Hello, Panda! It's very good to see you, my friend. How the devil are you, sir? How's you? How you doing? You made it to Weekend's Eve, did ya? It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. How's you? How's the missus? You doing alright? You living over there? You dreaming? You vibing? What was that? Who goes there? Who? Lurks are still current. Good. Good. It's a valid point. I try to make them, EDK. I try. At some stage, I'm going to have to bring it up proper in the CNR, but how much comfort do you derive from being a disappointment? And have you considered that this could cause issues in and of itself? I do not celebrate being a disappointment, DVV. Never have. I do not derive comfort from this. It is just the reality that we each live in. That's all. It's just being awake to like existence and our natures. That's all. I don't lean on it. I don't use it as an excuse. I don't use it as a get out of jail free card. I don't use it as a crutch. And I also don't use it as a bludgeon for anyone else, against anyone else. As I said, it ought to be a source of humility for each of us. And that is precisely how I see it. It is precisely how I treat it. Okay, so now, as I said, there are a couple things for me to test yet. This is all still being recorded because that's how the streams work. I'm going to be testing the paywall thing. That's what's left to test tonight is the paywall thing, okay? As I said, I'm going to disassemble this recording after the fact, and I'm going to make a tutorial for how Rumble Premium works, how the paywall thing works, how all of that works. And those of you who are still here, incidentally, will get to see a new asset that's never been seen before. I don't know exactly how to employ it, so I'm going to try it two different ways. Okay, for science, I'm going to roll the asset ahead of time before clicking the button, before clicking the Rumble Premium paywall button thing, okay? And then I'll let it run for a little bit after the paywall, and then after the fact, I will see how it played out. I want to watch and science and record so that I have answers to give people when I build a tutorial for it. The other tutorials, as I said, that I just did like really recently, and I was cramming and like hammering away at today. I've literally got DaVinci open still right now, which is not wise. I thought maybe I would screen share some stuff from it tonight for you guys, but clearly that's not happened, nor was that actually a reasonable thing for me to expect of myself. So I'm just gonna go ahead and close out of DaVinci. But those tutorials include how to raid on Rumble, which is a fairly short video. Another one is how to make a Rumble account in the first place. And then another one is the comprehensive guide on how to be a Rumble user, a Rumble viewer, someone who participates in chat, someone who clicks on the buttons and all the stuff. It's just a comprehensive, here's every single stinking button and symbol that's on the page so that none of them blindside you and you don't get bamboozled by anything. I will be doing another one, as I said, for the ad read stuff. I'll be doing another one for Rumble Premium paywall content. I will be doing another one. Where's my list? I will do a video that goes through uploading videos, uploading regular videos, like the long form type stuff, that whole process. I'm debating still whether or not to do one where I go through the quote important parts of the Rumble terms of service. The Rumble terms of service is not super long, and a lot of it's pretty boilerplate. Plus, I don't know, like, I'm not a lawyer in this case. I don't know that it would be super wise of me to simplify specifically chosen language at risk of exposing myself to problems. If someone then says, but I was just following the instructions of that Godfather Gus guy. Legalese is legalese for a reason. All I can do is encourage people to read the terms of service. So I don't know. I'm still waffling on that. But yeah, tomorrow night's stream is Space Marine 2. That one, there's no paywall, anything going on with that. As I said, I don't want to put any story games that we're doing. So a lot of our anything but Apex titles, I don't want to do any paywall stuff with that. I don't want to across the board. Sunday is the get together with the bonus patrons, capos and above, our monthly get together. I'm very excited about that. They get early access to edits that are in the works. This is very exciting. They get to see things that are going to be published soon TM. You guys got to see early access to this stuff tonight. Even those folks didn't see that. I didn't want to wait. I wanted it to be available to show you guys tonight. I'm going to be pushing them probably tomorrow, the 2 you just saw. Because I want people to have resources to set up Rumble. By gosh, by golly. Then, Tuesday, I think we will try the paywall thing again with Apex. That's the plan. That may change. And then next Friday, I failed to mention this at our outset here tonight. Next Friday, a week from tonight, I'm going to be going over, at least it's planned, it's possible that things could fall apart between now and then, I don't know. It is planned that I'm going to have the Rumble, not the Rumble. My brain is fried, you guys. It's fried. The Discord landing page for the Mafia, the comprehensive welcome, completed. It's my plan to have that done by Friday. I'm just going to be cramming from now until then to try and get it done. And if it is done, I want to go through it all. I want to go through Mafia expectations, conduct, etiquette, all of that jazz, and sort of what can be expected from the Mafia life. I'm going to be trying to do that a week from tonight. So we'll see. We'll see. I've had my humble moments, haven't we all? Humans. More of a CNR conversation, I think. Okay. A lot of depth to it. I don't think I can do proper in that one statement. I concur, DVV. That's typically how chat in Twitch works. Yes. Impoverished medium. Indeed, that is what I say. Because boy, howdy, is that true. Impoverished medium. I'm gonna dip for now. Have a good winding down, guys. Have a good night. Rest well, everyone. Likewise, my friend. Thank you for being here. I'm glad you got to see the magic thing. That was fun. That was in there for you guys. Question, when you say paywall, does that mean the stream will be only on Rumble? Correct, EDK, yes. I described all that before you got here tonight. I went through a lot of stuff. I went through all of the contracting stuff. I went through all of the partnering stuff that I'm doing with Rumble now. And so yes, there will be paywalled content going forward. Indeed. Now, I'm not going to be doing it very often. I'm not going to be doing it all the time. I just won't be. I'm not in a place right now where I feel that that's appropriate for my brand, for my material, even for the community. I don't have as many answers as I would like. I'm being transparent about that through and through from Rumble about all of the Rumble things. So I'm not yet confident enough in all of the processes because I have so many unanswered questions about how Rumble works and behind the scenes and the nuts and bolts of it. I am not comfortable enough pushing everything just yet. So I'm going to be doing the bare minimum for paywall type stuff now. And to be part of the creator program, which I am, to continue in this program, I have to do 5 hours a month behind a paywall. So I'm going to be experimenting with that. Yes, here tonight. Only Rumble Premium people, only Rumble Premium access, not even just on Rumble. You have to have Rumble Premium in order to access it. So yeah, look, this thing, Rumble Premium. There it goes. Look, I did this one for free. Good old micro. That dude. I love watching Mike Rowe. You know, he's on Rumble. Pretty darned cool. Pretty darned cool. So that's the Rumble Premium thing. Ta-da! And yeah, there's a discount code. I believe it's pinned in chat. Could be pinned in chat. But yeah, there's a discount. There's a discount right now. You put in studio and you get $10 off. Ta-da! So yeah, I'm going to be experimenting with that for the first time tonight.
I live my own life. I don't apologize to take care of my family. And I refuse to be a fool. Dancing on the string held by all those
Trotsky,
big shots.
my dude, my guy, fella, sir, 5 reasons, you guys. 5 reasons. 5 reasons to join Rumble. This actual troublemaker. This fella. This swell as hell. This dude. Yeah, this dude. Trotsky. We got a whole command for that dude. We got a whole command for him. Yes, we do. We calls him out when we sees him. Look, that dude. That streamer. That streamer right there. He also streams on Rumble. He also do from time to time. He on Rumble, he on Twitch. I shall watch the VOD. It's a lot of moving parts, EDK. But yeah, if you're interested in any of this stuff, and you know, if you also know other creators who are interested in diversifying, because it basically comes down to don't put all of your eggs in one basket, and Rumble Studio in particular makes it really easy not to. It's a 19-minute tutorial video that I have. That means you can multi-stream. It takes 20 minutes to multi-stream, and it adds nothing else to your plate. In fact, it takes things off of your plate. That's the other part of the video, is it talks about all the things that it does to remove headaches from your plate, which is great. So yeah, I'm making videos trying to make it as easy as possible for all of it. For all of it. And then yeah, you set it up once and it's ready to go. And you don't need to change anything about your alerts. You don't got to reinvent any of that jazz. It uses all of your same OBS everything. As long as you use the direct RTMP through Rumble Studio stuff, yeah. But Trotsky, how the devil are we, my friend? How are you, sir? How's your night? How's your weekend's eve? Tell me. Tell me. Doing okay? And God, thank you for the gifted, my friend. Those gifteds, you guys, if you guys don't have a sub on Rumble, you got to go over to Rumble right now. You say something in Rumble chat. Here you go. Rumble. You go over, you say something in Rumble chat. You don't even need to follow me. You're like, I'm not sure about this Gus fella. I don't know if I want to follow him. You just say something in the Rumble chat, and you could be one of the lucky recipients of one of those gifted subs from Trotsky. I talked about this tonight, much earlier in tonight, how the gifted subs work, the financial split from all of that. But yeah, it's 97.3, you guys. Rumble only takes 3% of that. 3, which is crazy. Crazy. Thank you, my friend. Means an awful lot. Fewer excuses to miss premium content. Doing well, just got home from work. Saw that you were on. Long day, huh? Long day for you. I am indeed on, it's true. I am on. We've done Rumble 101 all night, my friend. I got to premiere the tutorial videos that I've been making. Got to share the tea about new stuff coming around the pike. Do we get to see you on Sunday afternoon, my friend? For the bonus call, Trotsky? Because I've got tea. I've got stuff to share with you in particular. With you folk. All the cool kids who make this thing possible. All the cool kid patrons. I'm gonna call them out. I gotta tell you guys. I got things in the works. There's scheming afoot. The game. It's afoot. It's not a hand. It's a foot. That's right. I said it. Doing well? Wait, I read that thing. Hey, Semper, how you doing, Doc? Welcome back. How the devil are we? Doing all right? Weekend's Eve find you okay? It's good to see you. How's the time zones been treating you, huh? You've caught us at our close here. I'm about to do some sciencing and go behind a paywall. A bunch of stuff that I spent all night explaining that I can't do all over again. But yeah, very good to see you while I can. Very good. 1 pum to 10 pum. Not long, just closing shift. Okay. Okay, I would, but it's my anniversary. What? Treating my own hot bride to a night out. Ah, that's so fun, Trotsky. Happy anniversary to you both. That's... You don't have to say if you don't want to. Don't offer up any information that you don't want to offer up. But how many years? How long are we talking here? You're like, years? We're talking weeks. We're doing an anniversary for 4 weeks. How many years are we at? You don't got to. You don't got to. I won't be offended at all. But congratulations. It's really neat. 12 years. Oh, what a bunch of cool kids. Woo. Woo. Yay, Mrs. Trotsky. Woo. Yeah, I think that deserves some Tanzin, I think. Where's like, how we gonna be Tanzin? Oh yeah, tub dance, that's how. We're in a tub dance. Oh buddy. Oh buddy. We got juice. Oh yeah, we got all the celebratory emotes going on. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Oi. Oi. No worries at all, my friend. I think what I'm gonna do is write out some of the basic things and push it out to you lot, so that there's an update for you guys. I'm gonna see about that. There's some stuff that I won't be able to type out, but some of it I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try. Kobe, how you doing, Kobe? I made it back, but I got a lurk. Dinner ready. Kobe, it's a pleasure to have you back. Pleasure indeed. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate the bandwidth. I appreciate the lurk. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, so for our last little while, our last 20-something minutes here of stream. Yes, Kobe and et al. You guys have caught me at the tail end of this thing. I'm doing sciencing tonight because this tonight is about Rumble 101. Getting a bunch of information and stuff for how Rumble works as an alternative streaming platform and then a multi-streaming target, and just using Rumble Studio for all the rest. Like, I say this in the Rumble Studio tutorial video, but you don't even need to like tell people you're on Rumble. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Just use Rumble Studio because it will do all of the encoding for you. Like, have it encode one video to Rumble Studio. It takes all of your OBS stuff, uses it anyways. You can multi-stream to Twitch, to YouTube, to Facebook, to Kick, to whatever, to X, to, you can put all that jazz in there. And it will help you with your setup time, which is what the stream scheduler does. And it gives you a baked-in multi-chat where you can type in the thing. Testy, testy, test. And it'll get pushed to all of the platforms. Like, if you're someone who interacts with your chat, actually like via chat, which I know a handful of people who do that, usually like co-working people who do that, that's like a godsend right there. Like, you can use Rumble Studio and then you don't even have to tell anybody. Like, I don't advertise that I stream on YouTube. It's not part of my go lives. I don't tell people. Like, I don't make a fuss about it at all because YouTube sucks. So like, if you don't like Rumble or you're not sure about Rumble or whatever, you don't even have to mention it, but use their tool. It's free. It's great. It works. It's like, Rumble had a problem one of the nights I was streaming back when Rumble Studio was brand new. It was like beta phase and I was testing it, and Rumble crashed. Like, Rumble Studio crashed and it had degraded stream to Rumble, but it was still the same thing as pushing to Twitch and to YouTube like a champ, no problem. They didn't even notice. I'm like, oh, is that everywhere? And people are like, what is what everywhere? And I'm like, the crashing. And they're like, looks fine. I'm like, what? Why would it be bad on Rumble and not on the others? So like, if something goes wrong with it technologically, it still pushes to the others reliably. I don't know. Like, use Rumble Studio just cuz. Not even if you don't need to be part of the creator program. You don't need to be a part of any of it. Just use the tool because it's a good tool. I don't know. I like the multi-chat thing. I like this. I like the embedded chat from all the different platforms. Like, that's literally a good enough reason to use Rumble Studio. Anyways, okay. The rest of tonight, we're going to be doing some science. We're going to be going behind the paywall, you guys. Now, I'm curious. I want to test a couple things, okay? I'm going to be using this recording for the tutorial video that I make. Okay? So, my questions are like, how does the Rumble Premium paywall work? Okay, that's what we're after right now. When you are live streaming, when you're doing all that, let me make sure. Is this capture correct? It is not. There we go. Good enough. Good enough. I like to be balanced above and below. This right here. We click on the lock. Now right there. That takes the live stream that's going on, and it will push the rest of it behind the paywall. What I am curious about, what we're going to learn from sciencing here, okay, when you click on this button, it's going to go behind premium exclusive. Can't be undone, okay? By clicking the update stream, your stream will become available to premium subscribers only. Wow. What I'm curious about is what it continues to do after this on the other platforms. That's what I want to learn. That's what I'm trying to find out for science, okay? We're going to find out. All of you guys who are watching right now have a tab up on YouTube, have a tab up on Twitch. I want to know what it looks like. So I'm actually going to ask for you guys' help here. For a couple, I know most of you guys out there don't have a Rumble Premium account. I know some of you do. So I'm asking a favor. For those of you who do not have a Rumble Premium subscription, who do not have that set up, and therefore will not be able to see behind the paywall, would you do a screen snip for me? Genuine question. You hit the Windows button on your keyboard, Windows Shift S, and that's your snip button, okay? You drag, click. You don't need to highlight your whole screen. You don't need to dox any of that information. I just want to see the middle of it. I want to see the viewfinder. I want to see this part, this window of what it looks like on the Twitch viewfinder and on the YouTube viewfinder once I go behind the paywall. I want to know what it looks like to viewers on the other side. Now, I have Rumble Premium. You have to have Rumble Premium in order to be a part of the creator program. So I have it already. So I can't do screen snips myself of what it looks like on my own account, on my own stream, because I'm allowed behind the paywall. So I will have that information. I will have that access on my end to see what it looks like for premium creators. I need to know what it looks like for non-premium creators. So for any of you out there who are feeling generous, I would love if you would take a screen snip and DM it to me in the Discord. That would mean an awful lot. Just take that screen snip, copy, paste, send it to me. You don't even need to do context. I'll know what it is. I would just be genuinely curious. Whatever else sciencing I'm not thinking of, maybe try saying something in chat and let me know if that does something. Maybe chat is blocked at that point. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to look like on Twitch, and I don't know what it's going to look like on YouTube. So I want to know. Also, right, the third one would be Rumble. People who are watching on Rumble but don't have a Rumble Premium account. Same thing. I want to know what it looks like for a Rumble user who does not have premium access behind the paywall. So those are the three things that I want to find out. I want to get screen grabs of all of that so that I can use those in the tutorial here so that we can be a help to those who come after us. We're trailblazing, you guys. We're finding things out. So I'm going to be grateful. How do you raid the non-premium viewers without raiding them? I do not know, Trotsky. That's what I need to find out. That's something that I'm emailing them about. I literally, I'm on hold basically for the weekend because they don't work on weekends, the Rumble folks that I'm talking to. So I have an email correspondence with all my questions, or a chain with all my questions going to them right now. And they literally said to me like, okay, we're going to have to, because I have so many questions. They said, whomever it is I'm talking to right now says, we're going to need ping multiple teams to get answers to all of your questions, but we're excited to do it and we're going to get to it. Hope you have a great weekend. So I'm waiting to hear back, but that is one of my questions, okay? We're going to do it. Screen snip on YouTube awaiting. Thank you, Trotsky. I appreciate it. Also waiting on Twitch. Thank you. Cook, how you doing, Cook? However it looks, it won't be half as good as you look. My dog. Thank you. I appreciate you, my friend. I'm about to do my very first paywall, Cook. I'm about to do my very first Rumble Premium paywall right now. We're going to science it with the last 20 or so minutes of the stream. I'm going to go behind the paywall. So, glad to have you in. Always a pleasure. I hope your stream is going well and that you're clicking on all the pixels. And yeah, we're gonna do it for science, you guys. For science! Yes, science. Yes, science. That's what we're doing. I'm well, thanks. Good. Good. Okay. Is there anything else I need to check before I do this? I guess I need to make sure to thank everybody who makes all this possible up to this point. Again, regardless of what the future looks like for monetization and everything else, these are the folks who've given this thing a present where we can even do this experimentation. So big thank yous are in order to the public patrons in particular, and those include Aki, Dano, Leanne, Goose, Abby, Tink, Helly, May, Karma, Pre, Retro, Rick, Ryan, Mouse, Trosky, Pell, Siege number 1, and Zin. Thank you guys. It means an awful heckin' lot. An awful heckin' lot. Any good that comes from this project can be traced right back to the feet of these lovely lot right here. These lovely lot. Second grandson was born yesterday. What? We're doing fantastic. Congratulations. That's so cool, Cook. What? Second grandson? You don't look like you're old enough to have grown kids. What? No way, Cook. That's nuts. What? How do you do it? Teach me your ways. Oh, that's nuts. A good thing I'm premium. Oh, hell yeah. For science. We're doing science, you guys. Oh, congratulations, sir. Really cool. Really cool. All right. So, I don't know how the raid thing works. This is one of the questions I yet have. Trosky is correct. I don't know how to raid people out. I don't know how to raid non-premium people out. I don't know. So tonight, what I'm going to settle for, closer to 45 than 44. What? No shot. All right. Call me crazy. Good for you. Good for you, Glen Coco. You go, Glen Coco. So I'm not going to be doing the raid stuff tonight, you guys, because I don't know how. I don't know how. I might if... actually... What if I... Wait, I know how. Wait, I do know how. I think I know how, Trosky. I have a question for you before you rush off. Okay. I think I have a guess, Trosky. Here's what it is. I think when I hit the paywall, when I hit the Rumble Premium thing, a viewfinder pops up that blocks the whole stream and says the rest of this stream is happening on Rumble Premium behind the paywall. So go over to Rumble, get behind the paywall, view it there. But none of those people go anywhere. They're not forced anywhere, and the stream doesn't stop. Same thing on YouTube, same thing on regular Rumble. Okay? So all the people who are just vibing there, who are just sitting, looking at a screen that says, you can't see this, it's behind a paywall, they can then be raided to somewhere else while the Rumble content continues. So, how do I screen capture this? How do I screen grab this part of the process for a tutorial video? What do I need to see? What do I need to grab? I suppose I could pull up a guinea pig on both platforms to show that the raid is working. I could do that. You know what? Maybe I do. Maybe I raid... I wasn't planning on raiding anybody tonight because of this, but maybe I raid Dorian on both. That way we can see. Also, he's playing the Godfather game, which is very fun. You can raid Twitch through the multi-chat. I can raid Twitch through my chat docs in OBS. I don't need to go anywhere to do that. Plus, I've got tabs. Yeah, I'm not particularly worried about how to mechanically do it. I just don't know what screen I should capture while I do it. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. What do girls want to eat? Because I ain't never getting straight answer to that one. What do girls want to eat? None of the options you've presented. I saw a YouTube short that claims no man could answer this question and figured that A, it's funny, and B, you'd be a good person to break the statement. I actually do have a comprehensive, like a good answer to that. It's going to be in the relationships masterclass, you guys. Stay tuned for that later this year. Make a display cap the display you're doing it on, put it in a minimized window, show on screen. Right, but which one? What do I need to capture is my question, Cook. Me doing, because I can do it. I can do this capture. I can do this capture of me clicking the paywall option. Hooray! But then what? Do I pull up? I guess I can pull up my own, like, YouTube and Twitch pages and screen cap those? Maybe I do that. Hang on. Let's see. I'll need to move these tabs over to here. I'm going to accidentally unmute one of these pages. I can feel it. It's going to be loud. I'm going to hear an echo. Hate that for me. I hate that for me. Okay. If I can capture it on Rumble Studio, I can presumably also capture it on Twitch, which I will switch to high def to see. It would be a shame to be doing that to 160. Oopsies, didn't mean to pause that. Go to live. Change that to high def as well. And on YouTube, is that full screen, full screen? Oh, definitely don't want that. The YouTube one, I'm not watching. Can I pull open the actual live stream? Can I go to the actual video for this? Maybe. Take me to the actual YouTube link. There we go. Okay. This could work. This could work. Play. Oh, that's not muted. Whew, that was close. That was close. Almost made a bunch of racket. A bunch of racket. Ooh, thumbs up. We give my YouTube video a thumbs up. Don't forget to like the video on Rumble and YouTube. I don't know. Wherever. Okay, so if I can do a screen grab of this, this ain't bad. This ain't bad. We'll up the quality of that as well. That's live. Oh, right. That needs to play. I forgot about that. Is that playing? No. We don't need that one. So we can actually put that back. We can put that back over here. Sorry, gang. This is how science works. It's messy. It's messy. Okay. I think we're all set then. I think we're all set. Can you even raid other channels on YouTube for science? Yeah, I think you can. I don't know how. I think you can, right? You must be able to raid. I don't know. I don't use YouTube except for archival purposes. So yeah. All right. Let's do a screen grab over here so we can see the Rumble paywall deal, I'm gonna have these tabs, which are my own streams, so I can check those. I think we're all set then. So for the last 15 minutes here, let's do some science. Thank you again to all of you who are a part of this. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your questions. I've written them down. If you guys have questions about the Rumble platform and how all that works, how all that looks, I'm taking down all those notes. Okay, I'm taking them down and I'm getting those questions to Rumble. I get to ask them all the questions. It's pretty great having a platform that's run by humans, so I actually get to talk to them. It's a wild concept, I know, but there we go. Okay, so now I also have a capture for my raid recipient, which I'm gonna have Dorian for both. Collapse that, pull up that, that looks fine. I will have high quality streams because if I'm going to capture him, I don't want it to be ugly looking streams. We're going to make it pretty. You think Dorian will mind being a subject for science? I don't think he will. He's a gracious dude. We're going to like his video. Yes, we are. He's a gracious dude. Always kind to me. All right. Is there anything else that I am forget? I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, for science. Thank you again, everybody. We're going to give this a shot. Now, for the beginning of science here is I've got a paywall transition that nobody's ever seen. Except for me and Tier, obviously. But nobody else has seen this. So you who are still awake, you who are still here for science, you're the first ones who get to see this, okay? So I'm going to play it for about a minute, maybe 30 seconds, okay? And then I'm going to hit the paywall thing and see what happens. And once I'm done with the paywall, I'm going to let it run for another 30 seconds or so. Okay, he's got a lot of flashing lights over there. And we're going to see. We're going to see what it looks like for my recordings on both ends, okay? Yep. Is it you pissing on the YouTube logo? It is not me pissing on the YouTube logo, but you're going to find out. You're going to find out. Okay. Ready, set, and I guess I'm going to mute. Oh, actually, it is a good opportunity for me to go to the bathroom. No, I'm not going to. I've only got to wait for a few more minutes. I can wait. Okay, ready, set, paywall transition, something. I don't know. also, this is supposed to have sound. This is supposed to have sound. And I don't hear anything. Can you guys hear anything from that thing playing? It should be playing. There should be audio. And I am curious as to why there's no audio. I hear music? Do you? Oh, okay. And you talking. You can hear music, huh? Interesting. Why can't I? Oh, there it is. Oh, interesting. It doesn't play on my end at all. Just y'all's. Okay, so I have to unmute the streams and then it plays. It does have sound. Okay, cool. Thank you, babe. And thank you, EDK. I appreciate you and me talking. Okay. Cool. It's working. It's working. Okay. Now we're going to... I'm going to do a game capture over here. That was for science. You got to see the thing. Okay. Now we're going to click the button up here. Ready? We're going to click the paywall. Ready? And then I'm going to go back and we're going to screen grab all of it. Okay. Ready? Set, go. Oh, wait. Okay. Ready? And set, go.